Hey folks, it's Van Kraken here. Welcome to a Friday night World of Warships Legends stream. I believe it's Friday. It's been an interesting week and a strange day, but happy to be here tonight for some World of Warships on console. Very interesting week on console, hasn't it been? Let me know in the chat if you guys are doing some Airstrike. I've been doing more Airstrike than I thought I would. Didn't have a chance to play today, so I'm going to play a few games tonight. Probably not on the CV side, probably on the ship side, just to get that mission set knocked out, and then maybe moving on to some carriers tomorrow, potentially. We shall see. But anyway, I am Van Kraken. I'm a 4-year World of Warships player on PC and a World of Warships Legends alpha tester, so I am a World of Warships variety streamer, though there hasn't been as much World of Warships PC since the big grind for the Strasbourg ended right after Christmas, so got a little tired out on that. And then we had our big patch come, so been spending a lot more time on the Legend side. We have a good crew building here in this channel, a lot of fun conversation, some good community. Try to keep this as salt-free as possible. I get called out for being minorly salty at times, but it's usually directed at me. I'm accountable for my own play. I try not to blame my teammates, but instead try to point out things that I can do better within a game. I really try to focus on my performance, though sometimes your teams are not going to be good, and it's okay to say that. It is a team game where, unless you're in division, you have very little control over the ultimate outcome from a carry perspective. I won't say very little, but you don't have a lot. It can be tough to carry more than 60% of the time solo, so that's a good goal to shoot for if you want to be doing really well. If you're over 50%, that's awesome. If you're 55%, I think that's pretty dang good. So anyway, we try to have fun around here, be supportive, love new players coming in the stream, ask any questions you have. Super happy to help people learn and grow in the game and just enjoy it more because you're getting more confident and getting better results and having more fun. Life's too short to suck at what you do unless you're just completely having fun. I understand if that's your mission, and that's okay too. Just realize if you venture out of the AI mode into the standard battle mode, you are affecting other people that you play with. So it's nice to pitch in and at least try to learn some of the background of the game, some of the tactics, strategies, ships that you're sailing. If you are playing in standard mode, that would be my advice to you. Hey, a lot of news this week. I talked about some on Wednesday night. Don't know if anyone caught the World of Warships live stream today with the crew. T-Con was there sailing Robin, and I'm blanking on, there's a newer community manager who's on Discord quite a bit. Blanking on their name, but a good stream. I only caught like the last half hour of it. Big thing was getting to see the München played, which looks really fun. I'm a cruiser main, so that boat, I had heard a really high-level streamer on PC say that was their favorite ship, and I was kind of interested as to why. I like HE spamming boats, and got to see it played today on console, and Sailing Robin did a really good job, had a great game, and basically a carry at the end with it, so... he was playing with the other gentleman who was driving the Sims. I know some of you out there that I know are excited about the Sims as well, which is kind of a knife fighting, mid to upper tier USN destroyer. So that could be a fun ship too if you like to DD as a main, but I think the München's going to be a little more up my alley, so it might be one I have to look at after I hopefully buy the Scharnhorst one of these days. Yeah, so I did have a chance to ask one question about what they're working on and asked when crossplay divisions are coming. That got answered in the Discord, not in the live chat. But they said it is something they are working on, but it is technically relatively difficult to pull off, so it's not coming immediately soon. Again, I imagine it's kind of all hands on deck right now with regard to the CV implementation. Maybe a little bit with the new game modes they're working on. So we'll see. Hopefully it will come at some point in the first half of the year, but I wish there was a better answer to give you guys that yes, it's coming imminently, but it didn't sound quite that way. I want to pulling a Hawkins from a crate and airstrike, so I don't know if I'll get around to playing that tonight. Fire damage is a thing, and the British heavy cruiser line are good fire starters. They're kind of like mini Nelsons. Obviously less armor, but as you get higher in tier, really good HE shells and have a good heal. So they're quite, I won't say durable armor-wise, but they have staying power to heal themselves and basically kind of spawn a second ship, like you talked about with the British light cruisers or the Conqueror, ships like that. So kind of that flavor. So maybe we'll get around to playing a Hawkins game tonight. I am going to probably run Texas and Yahagi to finish out the airstrike stuff first. So I'm going to bump out of missions. I'm on the 5th endurance trial, so I have to do Commander XP, then we can get into the 3 Shakedown trials for the week. And I'm kind of hemming and hawing on how to attack this, to go for the hardcore option or to go for the straightaway option. 2 of these are right at my alley. The 15 battles make the top 4. That one is pretty doable. I think for a lot of players that are paying attention and trying to do their best running ships that they like. These are tier 4 and above, and I think they can be run simultaneously after we unlock endurance. And then Shakedown 1 is 15 million of potential damage. That's definitely a battleship strategy for me if I don't go for the 8 Citadel hits. And then the second Shakedown trial is 450,000 of fire damage, which is straight up my alley. Or it's, I think, 10 torpedo hits in a single game. And the 8 Citadels is a single game, too. It's the 2 hardcore options. So anyways, I'm going to bump out of this really quickly, get into Born to Swim. Hopefully run a couple battles. We just need 2 here to get our big crate. I don't know if I'm going to finish out the CV side. I got most of the crates there, just not going to necessarily get the big crate. And I'm not as worried about it now because I already pulled a Hawkins out of one of the small crates. So get to at least start on that line, have something to work with, which is kind of what I wanted. So, all right, let's jump back into airstrike mode to start with. Other ship that had a really good game in an airstrike mode, like 130,000 damage or something, was Königsberg, which Königsberg's like the do-it-all ship. Except for when I'm totally gripping for Citadels like last week. Then I had a few bad games in it because I was just totally tilt. Oh, had some good games in Kamikaze. We'll talk a little bit about my friend at some point, PSA, on the Firepower Deluxe Edition of World of Warships Legends on Amazon right now for $16. Kamikaze is one of the ships I pulled out of that. Well, not pulled out of it. It comes with the code. So let's do Yahagi. Yahagi's fun. I haven't had a chance to play it a whole lot, but got tipped off by someone on my Discord. I don't know everyone's name on my Discord, on Van Kraken Discord. I don't know if it's Cleve. Playing PC too, might be Cleve, but just saying what a beast Yahagi had been from an anti-air perspective. So it's pretty damn cool to see these ships we've been playing for a while now and really didn't know their anti-aircraft potential until you get them in against some planes. So I think the Yahagi looks innocent, looks pretty small, but I think it really was basically an escort cruiser. And obviously the countries that had decent-sized anti-aircraft fleets wanted those escort cruisers to have good anti-aircraft capability. So Yahagi is surprising. Another surprising fun thing about this ship, which this was the throw-in on the Big Mammy campaign, and it's just winding up being a really fun ship. To me, it was worth the $5 of the campaign, even if you don't count the Massachusetts. And yeah, we'll probably be playing a lot of Massachusetts if we decide to go for that 15 million potential damage shakedown route, because that'll be a good option. Not to just charge straight middle, but to get in and start using those secondaries when we have a chance to do so.
Enemy force detected.
All right. I didn't check the Should check the roster. I usually check the roster to see who's a bot and who's not. But we have 3 ships targeting us, so yeah, I shouldn't be looking at the roster. So Hawkins is a human. Who else is a human? Okay, the easiest Slav is a bot. Kind of 2 schools of thought. If you can pick out some bots easy early on and get them out before they kill your bots, then not a bad idea to go for the bots first that are threatening your teammates in this mode. Threatening especially your dumb bot teammates like your DDs that are just going to ram. Or get torped like that guy. The bot programming has not gotten much smarter. Overshot, he slowed down. That's been a bit of the issue with this mode, is that it can quickly go south. Depending on the play of your bots. What do we got here? Okay. Another bot DD. We have the 10 kilometer or 12 kilometer torps on this boat, which are just insane for the tier. Terrible firing angles. You have to turn completely broadside to use them, but they're still amazing. Caught multiple battleships sleeping with them. Not sure if this guy fired torpedoes or not. We don't need kills at this stage, just wins. Of course, the other day I was like 5 for 5.
Look what I have created!
Okay, burn him down.
Fire!
Kill him with some alpha at the end there. Let's work on the Ishizuki. Ishizuki's human. So now that we've killed... killing the bot DDs that are rushing forward is kind of a good thing, because I've had, as a carrier player, some of those DDs get backline with teams that aren't paying attention. Ishizuki just took a wallop. And that's bad news for your CV. When no one comes back to help and you're going against a destroyer and you don't know how to use HE bombs, for instance, and can't kill the destroyer with HE bombs. I have killed a couple destroyers with torps, but man, the HE bombs are so much tougher to use for a noob like me in a CV. So after the initial rush of the fast-moving bots, the DDs, then I'll start working preferentially on any human target I can get next. And we're behind, so we have some work to do here. Obviously a little tougher to carry in a cruiser, if we get significantly behind. There's a fire. That's what we wanted. Shizuki, are you aiming at me now? I have 3 ships targeting me. Okay, I have a cruiser off to my right. Take care of him. Karlsruhe. Okay. That's a bot. So let's put out some torpedoes. You can see how bad the firing angles are. Gonna hit the speed boost to make our speed a little more difficult to manage for their aim. And now let's get some torps out. Looks like he's turning a little bit in. Add one more rack. Put those on the mark. This is what I mean about a cruiser or DD getting backline. You kind of have to watch in this mode that one of these bots doesn't get through your line of bots, especially when there's only a few human players aside, and kind of immediately threaten your CV. So that stinks when you're a CV player and you want to be focusing on the other enemy team in the middle, supporting the kind of the gaggle of ships in the middle, and you have to stop doing that. There we go.
Sweet.
Stop doing that and pay attention to some DDs strafing you backline. Okay, we have our Hawkins friend again. So we're going to do just some classic kiting here, hopefully. Just showing side occasionally. And then turning away. Bad timing for that guy to be right there. Turning away when we get fired at. So again, so we can miss those shots like that. So we're gonna hit the island. So feeling the Hawkins may focus on the CV soon. A little worried this guy knows what he's doing because he's firing AP at us, which is kind of smart. As soon as he sees the CV, I have to imagine he's going to start shooting at the CV because that's more fun. And if you guys notice, it makes a special noise when you kill a CV. It's a different sound. It is satisfying. Torps just reloaded. Oh, these firing angles. Hate them. Hawkins is going to try to torp the CV. I'm just really constrained by this island. Kind of expecting to turn back central and get his guns on the CV again, so I led my torps a little bit to the left of him, my left. These are pretty high impact torpedoes. One torp would do good damage, but looks like he's gonna miss it. Could really use some help here. Again, it's not the brute force of these ships, it's the staying power. That is the thing. It's the not strong armor. It's probably gonna try to torp me. Killed our CV. Good gravy. Come on. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. First game's a little nutty. What do we got? Where's our teammate? Okay, our teammate's a battleship. What kind of battleship is he? What? Oh, he got sneaky torps off on the other side of the rock. I almost got hosed by those. Hey, Cleve, how are you, man? Sorry, I was gripping watching what he was doing. How are you doing, my friend? How's your airstrike campaign going? I imagine you're absolutely killing it, given that you know what you're doing in CVs already. I, on the other hand, am on a steep learning curve on the HE bombers. Holy crap. Yeah, playing some PC too. That's good. Now, is that your name on the Discord that you posted that super high score in Minotaur? I don't have the cross reference of everybody. Okay, thought so. Dude, that was an insane game, Minotaur. I was gonna say that must have been a smoke Minotaur, and you got charged with, and you torped someone out of your smoke with all those torpedo hits. But you must just been doing some good island edge or area denial play with your torpedoes. It's a great game. I've not played up that line past Fiji. I really like Fiji a lot. I probably should grind it all out one of these days. I was just really intimidated by those ships in the beginning, given that, you know, they're all AP and it is a high arcing gun arc. Now that I've played a lot more high arcing gun cruisers, I think I'd be a lot more comfortable with it. Yay! Way to go, Congo. That was a bit kooky, that game. Oh, you had the storm come. So was it the roving storm, not the... I hate the cyclone. Oh, okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. If the storm just came, you were able to torp, and then you lost visibility, or he lost visibility while you were torping him. Usually the battleship has the huge advantage in the coming out of the fog, unless I guess it's a cruiser with a ton of torpedoes like that. I always seem to be in like a US cruiser with no torpedoes in those modes, and then you come out of it and you're completely hosed when you come out next to a battleship. I do have a run of like, I think I've been, well, only have to beat one human or two. I had more humans in my games yesterday morning, like actually up to 4 or 5. It was pretty crazy. I'm playing carrier against like 5 humans, which is very different. It's going to be very different when it's all humans. But on a run of first places. Okay, let's do the other. Let's do the other anti-aircraft fun boat. Where is he? She. Okay. Use your radar. Okay, and that's where having radar Minotaur was very situationally awesome in that particular situation. Nice. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, I probably should get that line. Probably should go up that line. And then I just, you see the different strategies for Smoke Minotaur versus Radar Minotaur. So, looks like it can be played quite differently in the different setups, which is also pretty neat. But I enjoy like triple and quadruple citadeling Minotaurs. It's relatively easy to do. Alright, I only have one more battle left in Born to Swim. So, well, hopefully, one more win.
General quarters.
Yeah, so I have not been in to play much after the first day or two after the patch. So, and Deadeye wasn't even really identified as the big raging conversation point, but now that seems to be all that anyone is talking about is Deadeye. So, that it's bad for gameplay. It's just a battleship skill, right? So sniper BB build. So you mean very questionable from too good? Because that's what everything I was reading is like people are up in arms that it's too good. It promotes even more camping. Which for me, just even more reason not to play tier 10. That's why I play mostly tier 6 through 9. I mean, it's campy enough as it is without making it even worse. And there's a few boats that are already bad enough sniping-wise. Why am I blanking on the premium Russian battleship that's just a full-on sniper? You would know. There's people play it backline already anyway. 20k in GK. Okay. Yeah, that is freaking crazy. That is crazy. I imagine Yamato is actually looking pretty happy then. Well, we'll see what happens. I don't know how much balancing they're going to wind up doing. I imagine they're going to have to do some. Oh, right now you are. Well, let me know if you do. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to take a little while to figure out this whole reskilling. I mean, it took some adjustment last time. Oh, there's a devastating strike. 3 citadels. 27k. 27,000. Oh my god, here's a DD. I didn't even see this Clemson. I need to ram him. Why are my citadels not firing? Or my secondaries not firing citadels? What the heck is going on? Does Texas have so few secondaries? Oh jeez, I'm gonna be dead. That is too funny. He used to come out of the smoke. That's awesome. Dude, Texas has no secondaries at all. You over-aimed, but you were in the neighborhood.
Problem solved, sir. The ship is on fire.
How did that Clemson get there? Uh-oh. Now I'm getting torped by the CV. And I'm not evading because I'm working on this guy.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Okay, we got revenge.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
We just ate like 6 torpedoes is all. So you had the aim on him, you just over-aimed? But you think you could have hit him? I have to get back over there. There's just been... Life's been busy, and then trying to do some stuff on YouTube and stuff for the patch. Come on, we can't lose this game. Because I ate all that damage, can we?
Torpedoes to port.
Heck.
Torpedoes to port.
Getting focused. I need a heal. That's what I need. 22 seconds. Yeah, that's a pretty high arc, isn't it, on Montana? Do some plunging fire. Come on, Texas. What did you do? You missed it. Oh, we nuked him. Texas is holding up really well, anti-air wise. So if that's any indication how AA is going to translate, that's a good sign. I hope the U.S. Navy cruisers are the same story. German battleships seem like they're doing okay too, with Kaiser and Koenig. We're gonna lose. Our team is way too far behind. Alright, we're just gonna try to kite the Ishizuki, but we have another battleship coming behind us. We're not gonna hit the island, are we? Pretty damn close. Need to kill the Ishizuki with this shot. Okay, we are almost dead, unfortunately. 40 seconds to heal. And get wasted by the Kaiser. Well, we wound up having a good game, decent game, but just took too many torps. Still would have been a little tough. Yeah, it would have been very tough. Been 1v5. Alright, let's go back to a cruiser. Cruiser, I feel like I have more control over my destiny in this mode. Or Kamikaze. Kamikaze has been fun. Let's do Königsberg. Said it will cost 26,000 doubloons to dismiss a 21-point commander for 100% of experience to be converted. Yeah, I'd heard some people were going to do that. Basically just melt down some of their existing commanders to use to level up other guys, right? To 21. That's insane. That's an insane cost. I mean, I remember Notzer talking about how much he thought it was going to cost to get from 19 to 21. He's thinking it'd be like 600,000 or something, and then it winds up being like, what, over 1.2 million, something like that. So, yeah, I don't know how many I'll have. I'll have a few, because I have quite a few 19 pointers, but that they didn't make it kind of a linear, not perfectly linear, but expected increment to get to 20 and 21 is pretty crappy. But, and they won't say that it's obviously to get, you know, people who feel like they were at the end of the game to chase another ring. So it's going to be a lot of grinding to restore those guys. remember how long it took me to get my first 19-point commander, so a lot of time. Crazy amount of time. Okay, we are on Twitch and YouTube tonight. If anyone pops up on the YouTube side, I don't immediately see that chat. So, thank you for joining if you have. We're getting more subscribers on the YouTube channel, which I really appreciate. Throw out some torps at the wakeful. Why not? We need to save our DD. The bots are no smarter in airstrike mode than they are in AI mode with regard to just ramming one another, which kind of drives me nuts. I'd like more time to work on actually doing CV things without all the surface ships just ramming one another and dying. Thing is, some of these early engagements, if you can just... So we're down 2 destroyers already. Just gets kind of dumb. Okay, he's out. Guess it's 2 and 2 ship-wise already. So the GK on PC, Cleve, I just got it recently. So haven't played around. It is a secondary build, yeah. But I haven't had a ton of games in it yet, like maybe 10. And the first 5 were complete suckage because I hadn't been able to get my captain back up to full strength. You know, he was under penalty. And then I think I just got ticked and spent some commander XP, which I was saving to convert 19s to 21s. Oh, you're kidding me. So I finally got frustrated and just went ahead and spent some free XP to convert these 3 commanders that I had on tier 10 battleships that I all unlocked in a 2-week period. So British, German, and French. So it got a lot better after unlocking the commander, obviously, but still haven't played enough games to know, you know, what build exactly I want to stay with, and now everything's reset. So I figure I'll wait a little while and just read some of the blogs. And oh my gosh, I'm like a torpedo noob tonight. Are you kidding me? Nice job. 2 stupid maneuvers. So I'm still figuring out GK on the PC side, and then I just got the GK the other night in the Research Bureau on Legends, so I haven't even had a chance to do anything with it. So you did that. Okay, you just convert a few 19 to get 2 commanders to 21. Okay. And so right now, how does that work before the reset? Did all of our points go into reserve? Or will they all go into reserve after the reset period is over? And then you can just basically spend your points, and if you don't want to spend them to get guys who are already 19 back to 19, you can just spec who you want to spec. Because what I did was just basically wipe everyone to 0. I did that magic button thing. Yeah, you just kind of got me thinking. I did the magic button that reset everyone to no skills. Good God, I can't believe I wasted all that health. So stupid. I'm gonna get nuked by this Hawkins. 2 rounds of HE. Come on. Human Hawkins raising their base. Let's see if I can kite this guy. Yeah, it's crazy World of Warships time. Just so much stuff going on both sides. Dead. Come on, T-22, really? That should be killing him, right? Okay. We just get this win and get onto endurance trials. Okay, we broke detection. So who are they down to? They're down to this Hawkins, the CV, and a Britannia. German cruisers at this tier do not have great AA. It's passable. But I should be able to dodge most of the CV attacks. Where is their battleship? Oh, their battleship is way backline. Okay. Fire behind this island and not get detected for a couple of rounds here. Salvos.
Fighter returning to ship.
Just missed. He's probably going to be preoccupied with that cruiser near him. That's the good news. Nope. Is he aiming at us? Should be. Oh, got another Königsberg low health close by. You're doing 10k concealment on Kleber. So you know Kleber, not Colbert. Yeah, I've not done a lot of those the French DDs on either side of the game, PC or Legends. Need my defensive fire. Let's just help and not be completely stupid on the Britannia. Yeah, it's down to 3 ships. Now I'm next in his sight, so I've got to be careful. I don't want to lose this game. Basically took the farthest path from him. Hopefully he doesn't get me on this shot. Nice. Successful dodge. He's coming into the middle towards us, so we can just run away from him. He's gonna stay spotted by our other cruiser there. So we'll get back into firing range, try to set him on fire one more time. He is burning. So I think they nerfed a few things about Conqueror from PC. I wouldn't be shocked if, you know, some of the captain stuff is basically stealth nerfs, right? But you think the actual ship got nerfed or just the builds? Because everyone's kind of up in arms too that the secondary builds are not as strong, right? I find that the range is longer, but the accuracy is not quite as good in the few games I did play. And I didn't test that on like my Tirpitz, GK, Bismarck. That was more just on my Scharnhorst. Where I could do a direct comparison before and after with the old captain, new captain setup. All right, we're hanging on with our 4,500 hit points. And then people are saying Smolensk got nerfed, right? At least that was one meme that I saw. Which Smolensk kind of got nerfed already. I don't know, again, if it's captain oriented nerf or a direct ship nerf. Like getting Citadel hits with HE. in the commander rework for Smolensk. Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I thought too. So the AP feels worse, and the heal only does 1.2k instead of 1.9. Okay. Well, yeah, I think they'll do some tweaking on the ships that were legendary unlocks, rentals too, probably, right? When they bring those back here on Legends, based on what was essentially a test. I'm doing better with HE. We got him. We got the special carrier sound. Okay, well, we managed to sustain 2 or 3 torpedo hits again at the beginning of the game, being a complete idiot on my part. I've noticed that the CVs have really struggled to be very high ranking in the scoring. I've had a couple decent games where I've been 3rd maybe. More so middle of the pack, and then when I completely potato, I'm down in like, you know, 2nd to last. Basically when I'm trying to run AP, or not AP, HE bombs. We will get AP bombs eventually too, I think. Certain countries. I don't think Japan in this is AP bombs, right? It's HE. On PC, they're AP bombs. Okay. So let's see if we got our crate. It looks like we got our crate. So see where we stand. Born to Fly. Still have quite a bit of damage, and then ships to destroy after that. So given that there's limited time to grind, I think we're going to be happy that we got Born to Swim done, and we are going to, we'll open these crates, and then we're just going to go to Dragonslayer. I've had the luck to get a Hawkins, but a lot of my containers have been crummy. So much for that big crate. Commander XP. Never too excited about Commander XP. It's very overrated. Blue crates. Not too exciting, though it's good when we get some global XP. Now sitting on over 1 million global XP, waiting, I guess, another patch to see if there's another batch of global XP premium ships released. I'm just not super excited about anything out there right now beyond what I already have in the Alabama. So, all right, we are looking at mission number 5 in Endurance. We're on 10,000 Commander XP. Might go cruisering again tonight, and then maybe some battleships as well in a little bit. Let's start out with something relatively comfortable like Belfast. Do I need all these boosters? We're just going for, yeah, I do for Commander XP I need. Let's say, we've got plenty of those. Let's keep that on. Keep the credit booster on. Just build the bank balance up. We need the triple Commander booster. Whoops. Come on. Well, I don't think we need the triple XP booster. We'll save that. Not using that for anything. We're not going to convert XP. I usually don't spend doubloons to convert my trapped elite ship experience points to global. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So Cleve says, the thing I find about Conqueror on PC is that the HE is kind of there, but the AP is still better. That's been my experience, is that the AP is really good. And that was the case on the Lion too. The tier 9. But a lot of people, you know, just shoot straight HE all the time in those boats. Which I don't really understand. Definitely good to switch off between those two in that line. Alright, Sea of Fortune. So we'll try to take a somewhat central position here where we can support A and B, kind of somewhere between A and B. We have smoke, so we don't have to hug the island the whole time. We can use our smoke and then fall back to an island position. Check and see. We're low tier. Well, yeah, of course, the French BBs have that really thin superstructure armor, right? Like 27 millimeters or something. All your HE hits on the superstructure are pretty much guaranteed to be pens. That's why you can't even, like, even in the tier 10, you can't go near any of those HE spamming boats. I mean, even in Republic, unless you just really want to pay for it big time. So you have to be hyper aware of where all the HE spamming cruisers and DDs are. To be really aware of where the Conqueror and the Thunderers are. So.
Nice work.
And Republic's guns are obviously great, but with only 6 barrels, it's kind of unique. It can be difficult. Let's attract some fire and see who we can get to shoot and reveal themselves. So we have one cruiser sitting behind the island. We're just going to turn and kite away. So basically I started turning before I shot. So, oops. Anticipating we're going to get fired at, so I'll actually begin my turn. So my rudder's already shifting. I'm already starting to turn before I put that first salvo downrange. And that's just when you're in a cruiser and none of your team has been firing or identified yet, and you know you're probably going to be spotted first. You don't want to get focused by the whole enemy team while you're showing broadside. This Baltimore is being not smart. Okay, so we're going to smoke up. Since he's coming in, we're going to be able to fire at him for the duration of our smoke. Come on, smoke. Belfast smoke takes quite a while to puff out.
Smoke screen set.
Feel relatively safe because we weren't spotted, and I think the DD must be at the C cap. So I'll get moving and actually put my nose towards the Baltimore because we don't want to be caught completely broadside in our smoke if the DD were to send torps this way. Though we'd hope the battleship out in front of us would detect them before we got totally surprised by them. That was just a really bad move by the Baltimore. Got himself in. You can't back out. You're just never going to be able to back out fast enough. We have a combination of battleship AP and HE spam on him. Just not good. Okay. Bismarck is just out of reach. KGB is out of reach. So let's let our gun bloom come back to base. Base detection is 9.9 kilometers, so really good. Hey, Kennedy, what's up, man? Hey. How are you, my friend? I haven't had a chance to watch for a few days. I was watching you on Airstrike, I think, for a while. I was flipping channels that first day when everyone was playing it, which was pretty fun to watch, actually. generated a lot of excitement. There was a lot of people watching Legends, which is great. Akastasuki. Yeah, what was that one? The Akastasuki? Akastasuki? And there was other good ones to add to it too. Dude, that was funny. Yeah, that was the last day I got to hang in the stream for a while. I have not seen it in the premium shop. It's been recommended. I tried to type it into the chat today for the devs and the community managers, which they were actually doing a really good job answering questions in Discord. So if you just put your question in Discord, they're answering pretty much everything. I was saying earlier, unfortunately, I asked, you know, are they working on crossplay divisions? And they said yes, but they said it's technically difficult and it's probably not going to be really soon. So I was a little bummed to hear that. Whereas the Akastasuki, they can basically just, again, I think you just cut the two ships, you cut right down the middle of them, like in those shipyards where they scrap the ships down, and then you just weld the front half of the Akasta to the back half of the Akatsuki, and you're good. You're good to go. You get qualities of both ships. Long-range torpedoes, stealth, and the fast-acting breakaway 6-charge smoke. Which is basically what happened in World of Tanks, right? They just started taking pieces of one tank and hooking it to another tank and calling it, you know, the mutants. Good God, let's hope that never happens here. So lame. It's basically when I quit the game. Yeah, we'll see. It wasn't a firm no on the crossplay divisions. They were just saying, again, technically challenging, which I guess I can understand to a degree. Can't quite hit the KGV. He is turning. He's coming straight at us. Let's see if we can slip behind here, get the mountain out of the way. Oh, looks like we just managed to do that. Can we poach it? No, he's dead. Okay, let's push the Bismarck. Team's doing well. We have a good lead. Why don't we have this cap? I don't know why we don't have the A cap. I better get into the A cap, I guess.
That was a great battle.
Yeah, I don't want to be pushing the Biz without a meat shield, so let's capture A. So my thing, Kennedy, like it's like anything that extends the community, the bonding, the ability for people to play together, enjoy the game, I think would be beneficial. And I think they may just see it as, oh, cross-play divisions, you know, that's nice to have. But to me, it's like, you know, I know there's a ton of really cool people that I've met on the PS4 side, or ultimately PS5, and it's like, can't play together in divisions. To me, that hampers long-term ability to build clans, to, you know, and actually play real clan events. They're going to have to figure it out if they want to do clan stuff at some point, I think. And just the more you get to play with people and have fun and screw around, I think the better it is long-term. So hopefully they'll see it as more than just a nice-to-have kind of thing. Well, we had a pretty big ship lead. Now it's not quite as good. Might be able to get some shots off here undetected. No, we got detected. Who's detecting us? Where's that cruiser? Over here. Okay, sweet. Oh, Surrey. They have pretty good concealment on those British cruisers, eh? It's the first Surrey that I've seen. Playing against a bunch of Hawkinses. And there's his torps. I like their torps. Don't shoot at me. Uh-oh. Where's that coming from? Kutuzov? Everyone wants to kill the Belfast for some reason. It's like a target on your back. Alright, we'll loop back around. Try to get guns onto the Kutuzov. Come on, guys. He's low health. I don't know if he has a heal yet or not. Ugh. He shouldn't be that fast in a turn. Okay, they just got him. That's a good thing on balance. Okay, the Bismarck is in an area where he's going to stay detected. Not necessarily. So I could smoke up now. But if we lose detection on him, my smoke's going to be wasted. So let's see. Someone else is firing on him. I the spotter. That is a question. I think he's spotted. So let's smoke up. Start going to work on him.
Smoke generator started.
I think he's spotted in the middle, from the middle. Exactly where some of us, and you and me included, and many others want to know, want to be able to do things together. Leaves the community divided. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, awesome idea to come up with the whole crossplay idea to begin with, but I mean, the advantage is you expand this player population to ultimately twice its size, right? But if you leave it cleaved down the middle, not you cleave, but broken in the middle, I think it is a missed opportunity. So hopefully they'll fix that. Oh, I have 30,000 even. Go buy a lottery ticket. I don't know last time I saw a number that high where it was an even number. So anyway, I unfortunately, I don't know if you caught any of that. I saw a bunch of names that I recognized on the YouTube side when I jumped in, but there was only like 25, 30 minutes left. So saying the Munchin, I don't know if you came in when I was talking about that. They played the Munchin, Sailing Robin did. That looks like a really fun boat. I think you would like it since you like cruisers. Oh, he's back. Thought it looked good. Sims looks fun if you're a DD main. I know Cody's really excited about the Sims. I have it on one of my accounts on PC. I just have hardly played it at all. I bought all these premiums one year on the after holiday sale. They had like 40% off a bunch of premium ships that were mid-tier, so I bought it and have not played it a ton. But the Munchin, yeah. Especially, I mean, you're really good in Eugen as it is. I think it's a little bit of a similarity probably in hull and stuff to the Eugen. I have to look it up more closely. I know it doesn't have a ton of armor. Is that Surrey dead now? Yeah, he's dead. He's dead, Jim. That ship looks really fun. And again, they were just talking about some different stuff. T-Con was talking about, because people start saying stuff in the chat. It's boring airstrike mode. I don't know why they just didn't throw it into standard battles. And it's like, you don't know what hell would have broken loose if they put that into standard battles without properly balancing things. And people just, especially if they have not lived any of what's happened on PC, they throw out all this random stuff and you just kind of have to bite your tongue. But they talked a little bit about the airstrike implementation, the data they're gathering on that. Which, yeah, it's tier 3. Like Robin was saying, kind of wait until the tier 5 carriers come out. There's going to be a lot more AA in the game. The planes are obviously going to be more maneuverable. The weaponry is going to be more powerful. I don't know that well. Cleve would know if he's still around. But I think at tier 5, I assume you go more to like a 3-plane formation for your drops versus a 2. That's another thing people have been saying. I don't know why all the planes can't drop their torpedoes at once. Well, that's FDR, That's like, Cleve knows, that's like 8 torpedoes at once or something. So, welp, we took the edge there, did our duty. We just didn't get a chance to get back into the bulk of the battle there. But we needed 10,000 Commander XP and we got 9,300. So we'll book that one as a success. So we can play really anything we want now. So I'm going to play Tech Tree, Algerie. This ship is completely stock still. So, oh, okay. Yeah, dude, if you could, look at Ranger. That'd be awesome. I was looking earlier today. If you look on World of Warships wiki, I think it shows the drop patterns by ship under, like, the... It's under... It's not necessarily under... It might be under the ship if you look on World of Warships wiki. But there's another area that shows just all the different CVs and their number of planes that drop. And then they drop in different patterns too, right? That's what people are going to find out as well. Each of the nations has a different drop pattern. So it's kind of fun. So yeah, we're still... Still 23,000. The ship is not bad stock, but it definitely gets a lot stronger when you get it upgraded. Yeah, check it out, Kennedy. Are you playing PC? Have you played PC before? I don't remember. Or you just hop on recently? It'd be fun to div up on that side some point. We can. Obviously, we can do that. Just jump on Discord. But I have never played CV on PC at all. So this is kind of interesting. Doing this now, if I get halfway decent on CVs and Legends, I think then I'll at least feel comfortable jumping in to AI, well, co-op, and playing some CVs in co-op. Because I have some in my port because I've won them through events. I don't have any premiums, but I have early release. I know I have early release Royal Navy... At least Royal Navy and one other nation CVs that are just sitting in my port that I've never used because I was too worried about being an absolute 1,000,000% potato in them. Okay. So at tier 5 and a couple premiums. WG upgraded planes, which is 3 per strike. That's the Ranger. It's 3 per strike. Oh, still 2 per strike. Okay. Well, I'm sure it has to get to 3 by tier 7. You're... Okay, for the dive bombers. Man, I suck at dive bombers so bad. Holy crap. Holy crap. I have like a 17 hit game in torpedo bombers. I have not played that much in CVs. But the torpedoes are way easier to pick up as a new player than the HE, well, any of the dive bombers, not HE bombers. So, hey, XYXOPK. I would have a hard time fathoming pronouncing that correctly. You'll have to give me a phonetic pronunciation in the chat. Hey, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it, my friend. Every follow around here means a lot. I'm not a professional streamer. I'm not the world's greatest World of Warships player, but I'm pretty good. I'm pretty capable, and I know a decent amount about the game. Been playing for 4 years total. And since the alpha test on Legends. So really enjoy the game, have a lot of passion and enthusiasm for it, which makes up for my occasionally boneheaded play. Devonshire, getting all the British heavy cruisers tonight. Yeah, so hope you're having a good time working through the different stuff on this patch. A lot of stuff going on again, like last patch. I've been having more fun playing the CVs than I thought I would. Zai or... Zai would work, right? I like that. That's funny, dude. You can pick the pronunciation to suit your mood. So yeah, I've been having more fun in Airstrike than I thought I would. I had never played a game in CVs in 4 years. So I actually had minor, not like full-blown anxiety, but I was definitely like sweaty palms loading in as a CV. Just so weird. I avoided playing it for so long because so many people hate them. Well, did on PC for a while. And then on top of that, just again, what you get good at a game and you don't really want to start completely over again. So that's where the airstrike mode's been fun too, with the mix of bots and people. It's not like a full-blown standard battle. I like the way that it's been implemented. It's kind of easing into the mode versus having to come out and be an expert right from the get-go. Oh goodness, we're gonna get focused down. We better hit the speed boost here. Trento's running. Who do we got there? Devonshire, another Devonshire. It's like the cruiser hangout over there. Let's see if we can get some broadside hits on the Devonshire. We're gonna kite away from this area. Try not to show too much broadside. Love to catch any of these guys broadside. Oh shoot, we're on the wrong ship. Dude, BB, what are you doing? I did not notice he was there. Trento's angled, so we're probably not going to get Citadel hitch from that angle. French AP, not the strongest. If you've got American AP at that angle, by all means. But in a French cruiser, I'll switch back and forth pretty often. Throw out some long-range torpedoes, see if we can catch this New Mexico unawares. He's firing HE at me, so that's kind of an indication that he's probably a newish player. Definitely should be firing AP at a cruiser in a US battleship, for goodness sake. So I would say these torpedoes have a decent chance of hitting just based on the fact that he's firing HE at me. Let's see. See if my prediction comes true. Oh, he is turning in a little bit. So let's throw one more salvo to the inside. The only reason he turned is he's reacting to the battleship. We're going to turn towards him. Okay, now we can ease out a little bit. Love to get a fire on him, and then I'll go back to work on the cruisers. Hey, Dark Architect! The Darkitect. Welcome. Thanks for coming by again. Oh, that cruiser's dead. How have you been? How's the... Talked to you a few days ago. Someone slapped me. That was rude. Let's see if we can help get this New Mexico out. I must have taken a broadside AP salvo from the gaggle over here. Alright. York. Could have been the York that hit me too. York AP, pretty strong. Ooh. Might have been the Trento. I'd be a little bit surprised. Doing good. Just a couple little hiccups in college, but otherwise good. Yeah, we're like just a couple little hookups at work every week. Crazy stuff. Employee stuff. Customer stuff. IT stuff. HR stuff. It seems like every week. Dang it. I'm going to take... Oh. We managed to bounce that. See if we can surprise with some torpedoes. Hopefully I don't get surprised with torpedoes. Let's hit our sonar 1, just because if you launch some sea mines, they're really slow and they can pop out sometimes when you're not expecting it. Let's blind fire the York. One round off where we get spotted. We might hit him. We might. We did. Teammate took him out. Okay, and the Trento's dead. Well, I hope it was nothing major. Zai, what did you say? Zai, I stopped in New Mexico after I got California, but I'm going to get Iowa. I have not gone past New Mexico yet either. And that's because I have like PTSD from the Colorado on PC. The first time I played Colorado on PC. But I'm going to grind up eventually. And I also... Where is that coming from? The Iowa was my first high-tier battleship on World of Warships PC, and I wasn't ready for it, honestly. So, I had a rough time. I struggled pretty mightily. So I've been holding off on Iowa just because of memories. Oh crap, I can't turn that way. Dude, what are you doing? Okay, that was a fatal mistake. We'll hit the speed boost. Oh, are we going to make this corner? Nope. Damn, I wish we weren't stock. That is really, really bad. Let's put our butt in. Try to get out the opposite direction. Maybe get torps off. Nope. Oh, game over. Whew, got saved. So yeah, so long story short, Colorado and Iowa were super tough for me on PC. So it was not the first line I started grinding in my second or third PC account or on Legends. So kind of held off a little bit. I'm gonna keep going past New Mexico though. I've been grinding it along kind of my rotation of ships I'm grinding. So the guns on the US battleship line, like tier for tier, are probably the best. There's no big dip in any tier. Iowa's guns are strong. You just have to basically learn to work with the gun arcs. The US battleships at higher tier tend to have a higher gun arc. Just a little bit different for aiming, but it also makes them really deadly against things like German battleships where plunging fire does more damage on a turtleback armor scheme than a flatter trajectory shell. And heavy AP rounds, so those AP rounds have more kinetic energy, more penetration. Hey Daz, how are you, man? Yeah, Colorado, good boat. So the key thing is just positioning. That was the thing that I had no idea when I played those ships the first time on PC. I would take a flanking position, get wide, and they're so slow, you never get back into the fray in the middle fast enough if you're out of position. So now I'll tend to run more of a route between the caps. I won't go all the way wide in a US battleship. It's just, even if it's a lemming train, you can't keep up with a flank push. You can't recover to middle quick enough unless it's a tiny map. So that's what biggest thing I've learned is smart positioning makes those boats really strong. And the armor scheme is definitely not the worst. You have a little more side protection than other lines. Iowa is tougher because she's long and thinner on the sides. You can take massive citadel damage in an Iowa. But the other boats aren't as bad up to Iowa. Iowa has the speed and the other ships don't. So Iowa is a very different beast once you get to her. Candy, did they say they were not going to be bringing rocket planes? Did not hear that part, honestly. Did not hear that part. So I'm kind of hoping they don't, at least for a while. I don't know what you think. I'd prefer they don't. Yeah, here they murder DDs. They murder all the DDs that don't have good AA. Like Holland is fine. Kid is fine. Anything that has a good AA suite, like some of the Russian DDs, like I think I'm going to not have the right ones. Like Ognivoy has good AA for a tier 8. And I think the tier 9 and 10 in that line in Russian DDs have good AA. So it's pretty much dependent on whether they're an anti-aircraft DD or not. And they do bad things to destroyers. They can do bad things to you in a cruiser as well. Especially the AP rockets are harder on the cruisers. Like I've had, I think the German carriers are AP rockets, like the US is HE rockets. Like the AP rockets, I've been murdered in a Cleveland by a persistent tier 8 German carrier. Which you'd think in a tier 8 Cleveland that's maxed on AA, you wouldn't get killed. But the guy just kept coming at me. I was low tier, and he eventually took me out because he didn't attack anybody but me for the first 5 minutes of the game, or 7 minutes. And I killed like 30 planes, but he eventually killed me. So yeah, I'm hoping they delay rocket planes for sure. So they're at least seeing how carriers play out in the test. Okay, it's good to hear. I mean, now having played carriers, the reason I realize that probably they put rocket planes into some degree to begin with is like, okay, I started with torpedo bombers. That's really what I'm figuring out, and I think I'm halfway decent at. Obviously, the easiest to use. So that's one tactic, right? The side-on angle, almost perpendicular attack. And then the HE and AP dive bombers are a totally different lengthwise attack. I get it. It's harder. It's a different play style, different attack style. And then the rocket planes, which have to come in side-on, basically as flat as possible, it gives the carrier players like a diversity of attacks they have to learn. So I get that part now, which I never really understood before. But I think, and I was like, well, why did they introduce rocket planes? Well, now I think they introduced them more for the CV players to have diversity of play and not be bored than it was for game balance or anything like that. I just think they wound up overcooking them when they introduced them. So anyway, we'll have to see. I'm kind of hoping for a while they just chill and just go with the two that are in there now and see how that goes for a while and don't rush it, which that seems to be the approach that they're taking. So I'm happy with it. What did you guys say? Yeah. Dark, I agree. Good. Zai says, first tier 7 was Bismarck after you got the Byron for free. Byron is, I've talked about this with Dark. Dark has, let me give you dudes shout outs. I'm kind of asleep at the switch here. Dark has a really good video on YouTube featuring a great game he had in the Warspite. So Warspite would be my favorite tier 5 if I owned it. I don't. And then, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, the tier 5 that I like the best right now, because it is the one I have from the tech tree, is the Byron. That's probably my favorite tech tree tier 5 battleship. California is fun too. The Dreadnought, again, the Dreadnoughts are so slow. The guns are great, but they're just so slow. Byron, you can run all over the place. It's almost like Park Cruiser with the fact that it can reposition faster. It can get in and brawl. You can turn and not have to expose your broadside too much. It can murder DDs in close with the secondaries. I really like that play style. So let's also give you guys a shout out to Kennedy as well, to his link. So Kennedy and Dark are both great World of Warships Legends streamers. You should definitely catch their streams. Knowledgeable and fun. All right. So, okay, that was good. We wound up finishing. So I think we played a total of 6 games on Wednesday, and we played 2 tonight. So in 8 games, we did all of Weekly Havoc Endurance, which is great. I'll take it. And now, like I was saying, is the fork in the road, because the strategy changes. We've got to figure out whether we're going to go for the tougher individual goals. What am I doing here? Come on, brain. Can you see what the... I thought there's the insane goals at each level. The 8 Citadel hits and the 10 torpedo hits. kind of the aggro goals. But anyway, for the first Shakedown trial, we have the 15 million in potential damage, and the fire damage is the 450,000. So I'll probably go stay with cruisers for a while right now and play both of these hopefully at the same time, because these are concurrent. Unless the hard mode goals, do you have to do the regular one first for the hard mode to unlock? Maybe that is the case. I was thinking maybe it looked like it was one or the other, but maybe it's one to unlock the other. Hey, no problem, Candy. Always enjoy watching your streams, dude. Both you guys. Okay, so let's, you know what? let's go with my best fire starter of late in honor of Superman, who was playing Tarkov or something, from what I saw earlier. I had 17 fires in this boat the other night, so I'm going to completely jinx myself, obviously. Let's not waste a triple credit booster. Let's put a double on. No, it's this one. We're up to 82 million credits. Kenny, my stream from Monday of the carry release, when I got off Tuesday when I went to work, I had 600 views. That is awesome, dude. I had one of those too, that a Twitch stream that just blew up. I had like 500 views on it. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's awesome. Oh, on Facebook too? Very cool. I had my, I did an update review for this. It's the 4th one I've done, and I'm actually like tracking like 350 views on it on Facebook for my update of the February 21 review. And I did a follow-up on Airstrike, and I'm going to do another 3rd follow-up on just torpedo bombers this weekend, hopefully sometime. So I'm stoked. I got like more subs and more views. It's just fun. You know, for me, it's just fun. I'm so data-driven. I'm a scientist, so I just love like, watch the numbers. To me, it's not a fame thing or anything like that. I like to put the work in to make a nice video. It's something I can't do something half-assed. It's just not part of my programming. And I've always loved doing like home vacation videos and stuff. So I found this whole YouTube thing is really like part of my personality. It's fun building the content, and I have a long ways to go to get better at it, but I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy the after part, like, ooh, live stats. It's like, I've told this story before, but the reason I got into World of Tanks is because when I started playing World of Tanks, I love the history, and then once I realized, back then already, when I started console World of Tanks, you could see your stats, both in-game, and then they ported out to a third-party site where you could track your progress. Like, oh my god, this is amazing. I can look every day and see how I'm doing and what percentile I'm in, and I just love progress. I love tracking progress in anything in life, so that's the part I've really dug. I know why they haven't released an API for this game yet, because it's obviously, you know, it creates salt and it creates stat shaming and all that, but I'd love for them to release an API, or at least allow us to see our ship's stats, you know, our individual ship stats and that sort of thing. Hey Slotchy, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Good to see you. I think I haven't seen you since the community blowout last Saturday. Oh my god. Seems like it was longer ago than that for some reason. Blow out, blow up. That's awesome. Good. I'm happy for you, Candy. Keep up the good work on YouTube too. You know, there's obviously some huge folks out there between T-Bull and Spartan, and have a long way to go to get even in the neighborhood of the views those guys are getting. Hivehound, just neat to see that the YouTube community actually seems to be more prominently built up for Legends, honestly, than Twitch is to start. So we have a long way to go on both platforms, I think, though, which is great. I think we're just at the beginning. Zaire, 4 out of 5 on Shimakaze, second to last segment. Very good. I had those turned off to I had Shimakaze and Kabaras turned off to do North Cape and GK. So I just finished GK, so I have 2 open slots. So I just turned Shimakaze and Kabaras back on. And they're just kind of going like a joke. They go like crockpot level because I'm not grinding them really hard or anything. It's like I have more ships to play now than I can play anyway. And I'm just not the world's, you know, happiest legendary tier player until the games get a little higher population, more diversity in the ship types. I don't like how like the destroyers are often out of balance on legendary tier. Like, even with the rentals, there was more DDs playing with gearings and stuff like that, but when they put a gearing in matchmaking versus a Habarovsk, it's like that doesn't make any sense. Or when they put 2 DDs that are high-powered DDs on one team and only one on the other, that doesn't make any sense. So I just don't enjoy kind of those imbalances in the matchmaking. So I'll wait. I'll wait until legendary tier gets more populated. Versus complaining about it, I'll just wait. Okay, so Fuso's firing HE at us, so... Again, I'm seeing like quite a few players that look newish. We have 4 people targeting us, so let's kite. Let's angle away. Come on, fire. There we go.
Look what I have created! I have made fire!
It's kind of sad. I can only remember the name of the volleyball in that movie. I can't remember his character's name. Jack? Maybe it's Jack. Don't ride in the jump seat. Don't ride on the cargo plane for free. Take an airliner, even if you work for UPS or FedEx. Moral of the story. Especially when you're flying deep over the Pacific Ocean. Dark, you almost have Kabarovsk. Slotchy couldn't sleep. 8:36 a.m. I've stayed up too late for the last 2 weeks. And you guys are all young bucks. I mean, when you get to my age, you get half a century old, you start to realize you just can't pull off the late night grinding that you used to be able to do without it affecting you. I was always could pull off all-nighters when studying or game till 3 or 4 in the morning and just wake up and be totally fresh, and that's just not the case for me anymore, unfortunately. Does Fuso know my rudder is stuck, do you think? I'm gonna find out. I want to save that heal or that damage control. Okay, we're still getting burn damage. So yeah, I stayed up really late cutting videos a few nights, and like I'm still paying for it. I'm still, because I did it a couple nights in a row, and I'm still tired right now. No, it's a couple days later. Okay, we definitely don't want to be broadside to this Nelson. Nelsons are super flammable though, so just like a fire waiting to happen. Hey Fox, how are you? Dark, you'll be all done with the Bureau. Yeah, that's the thing. They're gonna have to bring out some new stuff, aren't they? Fox, your 44-year-old body needs a nap now and then as well. That's what I've kind of started doing. I mean, it sounds so like senior citizen, but I'm doing some 15-minute power naps here and there when I can fit them in the mornings or the afternoons before I have to go to soccer practice or whatever. And it helps a little bit. I know it's not the longer REM sleep that you should get, but good. Glad to hear it, Fox. I have kids and I have 2 teenagers, and I try to do stuff with the family until like 10 o'clock. So that's why I stream late, and I wish I could get started earlier in the evening. But it's not going to happen for a while. All right, we're going to have to kite the Nelson. He's going to come around the corner and blap us. So let's kite off the corner. Let's be angled. Just timing my turn so I'm angled right when he hits the corner. Like then. He still hit me. And that's why...
The ship is on fire.
Now I want to stay perpendicular to his position. Just show him my butt. Beautiful thing about the Boise is she has a really good heal, especially for fire damage, for a US ship, for a non-British ship. She can't print a new ship like Nelson can, or Conqueror can. Kited those shells. We're just going to have to keep moving away until the Nelson is kind of back behind the rocks, and then we can close back in again and re-engage at a closer distance. One more fire right now would be really sweet, because they might be on damage control. Cool down. Come on. There we go. Getting some good fire damage in this game. Sorry, I'm not really keeping up with chat. And sorry, Sachi, I have a hyper bot. My bot is really hyper. Everyone knows that. I am modless, and my bot is godless when it comes to anything it lets through. Kenny says gaming is going to be such a meme. Oh, you're talking to Kennedy. Yeah, Fox, when you wake up and you feel like, oh, I actually feel partly normal, it's definitely worth it. Easy enough, especially when I have to schedule the lockdown. Yeah, you guys are really locked down, right? Sachi, you're in the UK, correct? You guys actually, I mean, have the serious, taking it serious lockdowns. We have, every state does their own thing. I live in Idaho, where tons of people don't want to comply with the regulations, and we have screaming matches in our business with customers. Well, screaming at us, we don't scream at them, but it hasn't been fun. It's been extra stressful, the whole pandemic on top of normal life stress. Okay, we're trying to kite the Colorado now while we're still getting fire on the Nelson. Hey, he's in with the host! Thank you, Kennedy. You get extra channel points for that. One day you guys will find the channel points on Streamlabs. They're not as easy to find as on Twitch. Been not taking Twitch affiliate so I can multi-stream to YouTube at the same time. I don't have to wait the 24 hours to stream to YouTube. I guess technically you can kind of get away with it if you're not a big streamer, but I'm not good at breaking rules generally either.
Capture that area.
Oh, Fox, you're South Dakota? Cool. All my wife's family is from North and South Dakota originally. Like when her parents were kids, that's where they grew up on farms in the Dakotas. Alright, so what are we going to do? The Fuso is dead, right? Let's just double check. Fuso's dead, so we can close the corner and kite the or not kite, but maybe abuse terrain here on the Colorado on the corner. See, I'm Boise, so we only have 1.5 million people in the entire state, though we're one of the fastest growing states in the country right now. I live in one of the fastest growing real estate markets in the entire country at this moment, Boise, Idaho. We're on every top 10 list for cities to move to. It's really insane right now. Tons of people from California, Washington, Oregon. But I'm from Southern California originally, so I am living dangerously. But he doesn't really seem to be worrying about me yet. Shooting HE for the fires. Probably could be doing some AP right now, but still not targeting us. Want to aim for the upper half of the ship to try to get... Don't hit the island. Superstructure on fire. If I could aim, it would be good. And that's it. We pull another win. I've had good teams the last 2 nights. Holy crap. Not as bad as where you are specifically, because it's kind of almost city by city, right? I know this one guy that I follow on YouTube who does like streaming topics. It's gamingcareers.com. It's a cool dude. It's a guy named Pete. He does a lot of equipment breakdowns, and his podcast is more on overall trends on Twitch, on YouTube, Facebook gaming, that kind of stuff. Mainly Twitch and YouTube, but he was moving to a new apartment and he had to go visit someone a couple cities over, and like he couldn't get home for 2 weeks because he got locked down where he was. He couldn't go to his new place to set up his new studio that he was getting set up. So it was pretty funny. Oh, Harris Heller. I watch Harris Heller too. Yeah, he's in Utah. I found out he's not that far from where I live. He's just outside of Salt Lake. Yeah, he's got good reviews too. Like I have Elgato, a lot of Elgato stuff, including the Elgato Wave 3, Wave 1 microphone. Same thing as the Wave 3, but it has software that allows you to break your audio into channels like a Go XLR, but it's basically a USB plug-and-play mic with really cool software that only works with this mic. So that has been really fun. You know, figuring it out takes a little while, but it's... I got some of those tips from watching Harris Heller streams for sure. And then he's the music guy, right? So he started his own Stream Beats music service for streamers. That's growing. A lot of tracks I have from Pretzel Rocks here are actually Harris Heller tracks on the synth channel. So he's a versatile dude. Yeah. What ship are you guys talking about? Oh, from a Vlad after triple Citadel hit with your Siegfried. I want Siegfried bad. Definitely. I have not taken the Asthma out of port once. I mean, for me, that was going to be more of a port queen. Not a high result. We got 7 fires. I wish we could see a detailed breakdown. That's the other thing I should ask next live stream, or ask it in Discord, is when are we going to have a detailed stat breakdown by the battle? I mean, even World of Tanks has that. That would be really cool. I'm sure it will come. All right. Let's keep going on cruisers. Go to Cruiser Town again. Maybe we'll do an Atlanta game. See if we can get dug in. Dug in on an island spot. I actually took Equilibrium of Power off of Norman Scott, and I think it's helped, at least seems to have helped a lot with fire setting. I just think that skill really got nerfed from fire capability big time, the 50% nerf. So 12k salvos, that was in... Is that on Bismarck? In Siegfried? Yeah, Cleve, I'm sure it's like back burner for them. I mean, if you have never had it, you wouldn't miss it. But again, being someone like me who's just driven by watching the stats and enjoying the stat portion of the game, I can honestly say I've never stat shamed anybody on a message board or anything, just occasionally said, you know, because a lot of times the people who give you the worst advice in games are people with the worst stats, or who ride you, and that was in World of Tanks, ride you all game, because there is not only ability to send text messages to your team, text chat to your team, but also the enemy team. So you have someone riding you all game, then you go check their stats at the end of the game, and they're the worst player. Let's take the edge. I'm going to ping where I'm going. So maybe this battleship will follow me in. Ah, we're already spotted. Lightning. Okay, let's see if that lightning rushes middle. But I'd love to have the stat screen just for understanding battle breakdowns. And right now for these types of things, you can obviously look in the mission tab to see how much fire damage you got, but it's so much easier to see it in the post-battle screen. And you obviously can't see it when there's no mission that's tracking it. Let's not go out too far. Sachi, you're trying a few builds on Siegfried. Came up with one Siegfried full rudder build, 18k range, and 4.8 rudder shift, which is better than a Lightning. Awesome. I thought the rudder shift wasn't very good based on the high-level stuff they talked about, but in the little blurb, but you can't really believe the blurb a lot of times. I just know, so like, I'm someone who believes that there's some crossover between PC and Legends with regard to ship characteristics and reviews and stuff. And this one, okay, I'm getting completely bailed on. This one reviewer, she doesn't stream. Her name is Little White Mouse, and I talk about her pretty often. And she does the most detailed, amazing ship reviews you can imagine. And Siegfried was one where she just raved about the ship. The entire review. And when it's that unequivocally liked, you know there's something going on. And again, Asthma definitely is not that situation, right? Very situational. I think there's someone in the channel, but I can't really hang. Yep. Damn it. Freaking Odin. Come on, shoot the Odin. I don't have time to even ping him. Okay, I'm gonna fire where I can. No, don't have range that side. This is fun. I don't think our battleship here even sees the Odin. Why can I not? There. I don't think this guy here even sees that the Odin is there. Your lack of situation awareness is disturbing. I think that's how that movie line would go. I find your lack of situational awareness disturbing. Only good news is this Odin's not a great shot or we'd be dead already. Sometimes you just get kind of lucky. If he's shooting AP and hits us broadside, he'll probably overpen us. So that's why I'm staying more broadside than you'd see me stay in any other cruiser. Be a little harder to hit him accurately from these ranges. Especially when I have to dodge and evade. Gotta love open water Atlantic kiting. Not the optimal play style necessarily. Okay, he's out of main battery range. When are we gonna break detection? The lightning must be spotting us over here, is the dealio. Zai, so you're bad at World of Tanks, die so quick. I played World of Tanks for 4 years plus religiously. So I was actually pretty good on both PC and console. I was like Unicum level for a while. I cannot play it now. I haven't played it for so long. But in my day, I was a good player. Is the lightning alive? No, he's dead. Okay, wasn't him spotting us. Let's hope the Lenin stays dialed in on the battleship until he dies. How much health? He's got some decent health. We're gonna get a few free shots here, maybe. Oh, there's other ships. Run for the island cover here. Maybe we can take some heat off the battleship. Yeah, I played a ton of World of Tanks. I was in a World of Tanks clan with some really great folks. Off, old farts, and fogies. We were older players, but we were very good team, I think, when we played competitively. Especially people didn't expect a lot from a bunch of older guys, and we beat some really good younger teams. So it was fun. Definitely set me up for getting into this game. I'm thankful for that. I just don't find it as fun anymore, especially the console version, which has been completely bastardized with all the different promotions and goofy ship build or ship tank builds and stuff. Got very far away from the historical context that it started in. Now we're taking both Odin fire and Lenin fire. No. Gosh, we're even team-wise. Oh, exactly even score. I mean, I don't want to die, but I want to keep my guns hot here a little bit. Okay, we broke detection. That's good. Picked up a fire. So let's reposition on the other side of this island, potentially on the back side of the cap. We take the backside of the cap position, then when the Lenin challenges the cap, we'll be able to hopefully use island cover and abuse him from the island if there's anyone here to spot. That would be the question. I'm gonna ping for some help on the base. You're still in a tanks clan, Dark? Well, technically I am too. Maybe. I just posted on my old Tank Friends Discord that I've been streaming, and I changed my screen name, so one of my friends from that era actually dropped me a follow, so when Oxy shows up over here... Oh, shite. I got greedy, shooting at the DD. I shouldn't have done that. My bad. So anyway, yeah, I don't know if I've been taken out of the clan yet or not. I might still have my tag over there, but it's only a tag, unfortunately. So 7 fire, 62,000 damage. The score is still really close. I was hoping that DD would come back. I mean, we're going to have our base getting capped here shortly, unless we're able to cap them out first. So, got a chance to win. But wins don't matter right now, so let's bump out and just try to get loaded in. So I had a Gneisenau sitting 20 kilometers away from everything, and the last guy was weak. Yeah, those 20k sniping Gneisenaus are really effective, right? Cleve tried the AA spec conqueror against bots and surprised how good it is. On the PC side? What, against like a tier 10 bot CV? Pretty good AA. Lion has pretty good AA too. Honestly. It's not quite US level, but it's still good. Alright. I think I'm going to go back to Boise. Looks like we wound up... Yeah, we won that game, but... Let's check really quick. See what the dealio is. Whoops, I don't need to go there. I need to go here. Okay, Okay, so these are concurrent. Not getting any top fours. That's weak. 31,000. A little bit in the Atlanta. That won't be top four either. So let's maybe jump down and do something like DeGrasse. Grass. All these boosters sitting on these ships from the last rounds. Don't need to waste that. Keep a double credit booster on, that's fine. Always want to earn some extra credits on our premiums if we can. Put yourself against 3 Hakuyuru. Oh, shot. Oh, so you'd put it in a training room. That's fun. I mean, that'd be fun to get training rooms on Legends at some point, just for fun and experimentation purposes. Dark. Less than 2 months and 21 days until your birthday. Do you get my age and it's like birthdays are not a celebration anymore? Other than I've made it another year without a health issue, getting hit by a bus. You guys just have to look forward to, 29th birthday before you turn 30, 39th before you turn 40, 49th before you turn 50. I still don't accept or understand that my next like big decade birthday is going to be 60. It's just, it's hard to conceive in my brain. All right. Well, that was a tough spawn position because we really only had 2 ships over there. Our cruiser died quickly on that flank. Our battleship got so dug in and then just went into bow tank mode. He wasn't going to last, so we're not going to last in an Atlanta on a flank alone versus multiple cruiser/battleships. So let's go support the west side and be ready to flex back to cap if necessary. Dude, battleship and cruiser behind me. Someone needs to go to the east side. I know, I heard you were 22 the other day. Man, you guys are so young. So young and so much life ahead of you. But I'm like, 50 is the new 40, right? Fox, you're in the Army for 21 years. Thank you for doing that. I wanted to go to the Naval Academy very badly. That's one reason I think that I gravitated to this game eventually. I wanted to fly, but I'm colorblind, which is a disqualification. Sachi, your next is 28. So you're still a young buck too. That's the best thing about this game is that the age range in all the WG games, because the history pulls in the older folks, even up to, you know, like Pop's Place age, if you've ever seen him streaming. And then you've got, you know, younger people who want to play something different than just COD. Something, you know, that's not just Twitch-based. Oh, I should be shooting. Okay, this is where you do things you're not supposed to do. Like I'm going to shoot HE at this Königsberg because I should. To set fires. Königsberg is hard to citadel. Except that time. Back to HE. But yeah, I mean, you bring in the younger folk that like strategy-oriented games and thinking along with the reactions, and that's been the really cool thing about the whole World of Tanks and World of Warships experience is this mashup of decades, literally, separation of players that you don't find on really any other games except for maybe the huge thing going on with chess right now, right? Admittedly, I have not played chess since I was a kid. Omaha, you're gonna screw me. But it's like chess is making a big comeback, and that's maybe like one other game that just is kind of ageless as far as the people that are attracted to it, but I love that about WG games. Cleve, you forgot. It's after so many games with interesting teammates, you're in a state of like PTSD-induced amnesia. Why did I start this? Because you hate yourself. You absolutely hate yourself. It's why we need cross-play divisions, damn it. Who dat? Oh, Königsberg. Can you not see me? I don't think you can see me, can you? Oh, that was my kill. Stole my kill. I know, Dark. I was saying I asked during the stream today, and they said they're working on it on Discord. They answered me right back. But they're working on it, but it's complicated and it's going to be a while, was the answer. And I was sad when I heard that. It was not a concrete no, and they were being very honest about other things that was like, no, we're not working on that, not a priority. So where Kennedy and I were chatting about, you know, really be a community building thing to not put a dividing line down the middle of this community of who can div with one another, who can form clans that ultimately could compete with one another. I guess a training room might be an exception, right? You might be able to team up in a training room cross-platform. So maybe if they could adapt a clan arena style mode based on a training room concept, maybe that could be a cross-play solution. That's not random battles, but I don't remember on World of Tanks ever cross-play divisioning, even in our training room informally organized clan battles that we had to do offline and run in like Battlefy. We were all Xbox players. I think War Thunder is better. Cleve. Yeah, I mean, there's some people who definitely prefer it. It's had time, too. I think in the beginning the thing was it was trying to be all things to all people, and it wasn't as good as World of Tanks because they were trying to do multiple things. This is not normally how I play DeGrasse, by the way. Let's see if we can kite this. Oh, he's not even shooting at us. Sweet! Okay, he's not... Must found an easier target to shoot at? I don't know. We're losing again. That's all I know. I had to run too many way organized teams. It's time to pay the piper for that. So if we could burn him down and get onto their cap. I'm going to maintain an aggressive stance here. Call for help. Come on, just help me kill him so he doesn't whap me. I can get cap pressure. This may be it. The fire. I put it out. He was ready on the DCP trigger.
Sweet.
What was that? Did he hit me? Who the hell hit me? Must have come from the middle. Celebrating, and then all of a sudden the deafening sound. Where'd that come from? Okay, 4v4. It's all gonna depend on where their battleships are, where their battleships can get back. There's no DDs. And whichever CV players play smart enough can actually get hits. So I have my fighter saved, which is good. Slotchy, the Königsberg is awesome. I love that ship. Why'd you stop playing? Because Königsberg was bad to you, Cleve? Oh, kept getting mad when it kept you kept exploding. Königsberg is awesome. I love that boat. But as a new player, it's not. I mean, none of the cruisers are that forgiving. Well, I guess we're just going to be camping on the base, keeping speed up so we can evade aircraft. Important not to stop and sit still. Like the Königsberg. Oh, played the American BB and Soviet cruiser line instead. Soviet cruiser line has no armor either. American BB line is what I defaulted to when I was having such a hard time in cruisers too when I first started playing on PC. That and the Japanese battleship lines. Well, there was only the US and Japanese lines on PC when I started on PC. So it's funny. It's like I'm living the whole thing again on Legends, even with almost the order of entry of the different lines. I don't know if they're... Oh, their CV's dead. Oh, we don't have CVs, duh. I'm thinking... Duh. That was a scout plane I saw. Getting tired and losing it. So we'll just stay here and cap out. Forgot how you play the Russian cruiser line and made it to the Chappie in about 2 days. Probably grinded like mad. I liked that line. That line, and I bought the DeGrasse. Actually, I got the DeGrasse in a Santa crate. Like, oh, this ship seems pretty cool, but I don't play cruisers because I hated my cruiser experience. And then this ship and the Soviet cruiser line were really eye-opening and fun, like open water kiting cruisers. That's where I learned to open water kite. When DeGrasse came out, there was no French battleships or cruisers yet. It was just the DeGrasse. So I played a ton of this ship specifically, and it's really where I cut my teeth and started liking cruiser play, and it kind of never stopped. Always liked cruisers the best since DeGrasse. Hey, we got Bureau trial progress. There's a top 4. So I could just cheat and play this boat a lot to get all my top 4 finishes. Oh, we picked up one in the Atlanta too, believe it or not, even though I guess we had 60,000 damage, but it felt like we didn't do as much because we were, again, holding down that flank solo. And we're up to almost 100,000 of fire damage. Let's do something... Oh, I still don't have a... Let's go Boise again because I don't have the first win bonus on that yet. Remember when the time of radar, 2 kamikaze and a buddy. You're confused when you radared them. Chappie's a good boat, Slachi. I like the Chappie quite a lot, and then you get to the Donskoy on PC, and it's a bit of a rude awakening because you're at tier 9 with the same armor scheme pretty much as the Chappie, better guns, but you take damage very easily. It's kind of the same thing with the Saint Louis in the French line. I love the French cruiser line, but tier 9 and 10 are just not as fun for me because you take such massive damage from any angle if you get hit. It's like 2 mistakes in the entire game playing open water and you're dead or nearly dead. So in the tier 9 and 10 French cruisers, the 10 is really fast. The 9 is pretty fast, but they don't have the fastest rudder shift, so you can still get hit. It's not like the Russian destroyers, or sorry, the French destroyers. And the top tier Russian cruisers are not especially fast or turny either, so. But now they have the line with the Petro, which is a lot tankier. So I've not played a lot of the Russian cruiser line since they split it on PC, so I'm now going back and grinding the other side to get to the Petro. And there's some squishy ships you have to grind at tier 7, tier 8. I'm on the 8 right now. Almost to the Riga, I think. Yeah, Moskva was odd because of the armor. I have the Moskva. I haven't played it a ton. But I played all the way up to Moskva. That was probably the first cruiser line I played all the way to the top. That and the Japanese, I got all the way to Zhao. I still like the Japanese cruiser line too. It's fun. It's a great kiting line. Except for the Mogami. The 155mm Mogami, which we've talked about, Cleve, is so great behind an island. You can play it open water, but you get behind an island with those 15 guns and that fire chance, and you just melt people. Alright, we've got a push going on, so we can get behind these guys and ride, and hopefully have them meat shield for us while we hit them at a distance. Yeah, Sachi, it wasn't my favorite play style, being more static, bow in. Especially that whole line, I played open water, and then roaming and kiting, and then you get to Moskva and you're sitting still. Like, is this fun? I didn't find it super fun. Okay, Mr. Tirpitz. He's going to keep moving across the island, unfortunately. If he'd turn out, we could stay undetected here for a bit, but we're going to have to get on the move. There's the fire. Yep. Okay, we're spotted, and I think our other 2 battleships are beyond the island, so he's targeting us now. Alright, not too bad. Could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse. It's an illusion sometimes when you have your DD way out in front of you and you think, oh, well, there's someone out there to distract him. And then you realize, oh, that DD's not spotted. You're sad you didn't get the Moskva before they made it coal. I mean, it has its place and its play style for those who enjoy that play style. For sure, but the Petro, I mean, the Petro got played so much in the King of the Sea this year, so I was like, oh, I've got to go try to get to the Petro. And I am completely blanking on the tier 8 that I'm on right now. A lot of people hate it. It's on the Petro line, but I actually have got it down to where I can play it pretty well. It's long, and it doesn't turn well. You just have to play it like this, where people are distracted shooting at other stuff. And pick your spots. The guns are good. The guns are Russian guns. But it's fragile. And it's huge. Talon, yeah. And a lot of people, like, in the boards and stuff, hate Talon. And I'm doing good in it. So I'm grinding Talon and Cleveland at the same time. The Cleveland definitely has to be a terrain abuser. It's just... the range is so short. Going up against tier 10s feels like suicidal. But haven't tried it with the new captain skills to see if there's an improvement in range possible. Okay. Eugen. In honor of Kennedy, we'll be shooting at the Prinz Eugen. Getting fires. 4. Oh, sweet. He's got a cruiser nearby to distract him. Eugen versus Eugen. Oh, he's going to turn out those torps, dude. But we can take advantage while he's distracted. Oh, he got whapped. Tell you, the Boise took a while for me to get used to because I really like the Helena. Which I should be playing the Helena too for fire. I don't know what I'm thinking. Haven't played the Helena lately. I'm really good at it technically on PC. I've always had a high standing on it on the server. So Helena is one of my favorites, but this ship is like, it should feel exactly like a Helena, but it doesn't because the gun reload is so different. You don't have the plane, but you get the heal. So yeah, Hipper I need to... Or are you talking about something else probably? Or Hipper I have. That you're talking about Hipper the Commander. Hipper I have on PC and have played a lot. I have not played it much here yet, though I've unlocked it. Go team, we're off to a good start. Is Talon a Hipper class? I did not know that. It just doesn't seem as durable. I mean, it's not bad bow in, but it's good fire starter. Ugh, this is going to be a little dangerous, though we can go through this gap and just hold our fire. Say, what is our base detection? 10.4, which isn't bad. Yeah, the Bama's going to hold behind the rock, so I think we can get through here and kite out to our right. Cleve, you have all the little class knowledge things. Appreciate the amount of research you've done. Well, my favorite cruiser at high tier is the Hindenburg. It's like the Hindi kind of fell out of favor for a little bit, but she's back. She's made a resurgence. I don't know what the new commander skills. Ooh, uh-oh. Let me have to turn into the Bama. And turn out once we have a gap that we can hit in the islands. Hopefully we can maybe help kill him. He's got to respect the Eugen being closer. So, again, that's just knowing in a cruiser when ships are distracted. What are the odds that I'm going to be the primary target? Right now, there's a cruiser closer. So I'm good until that Eugen dies, and then I need to immediately kite off. It's the value of having an active teammate nearby or out in front of you. Just from a literal distraction standpoint. Obviously, you're expecting to be the one targeted when you're in a battleship, so that's a different mindset. Destroyer, you don't want to be seen. Battleship, you know you're the target. And cruiser, you have to know when you're going to become the target. Or if you already are. Soviets paid for a Hipper class, and I think they plan to put 12 180mm guns on it. Interesting. So they bought it like before the war, interwar period maybe? Before they realized they weren't going to be friends. Oh, we can. So the reach on these guns on the Boise is the other thing. The other advantage over... Well, just difference in gunnery versus Helena. Get your HE out of here, Leon. Okay, so we can jump behind this blue. Yeah, the Cheshire is too far off to spot us if we post up behind this island here and work on these two ships as they come through the gap. We have a high arcs. Relatively high gun arcs, so we'll be able to fire over this half the island, so I'm just gonna slow down and park. Full reverse. Kick in full left rudder. Slow us down more. So I've heard good things about Kleber. I mean, I think there's some people who don't like it as much as others, but man, watching a good player in Kleber is pretty amazing. Okay, Mr. Leon. almost out. Oop, he's still alive. Thought he was dead. And we blind fire him. Let's go ahead and push forward. Oh, he's dead. Get fire on the Cheshire. Cleaver, you saying it was the Cheshire is the same family of ships as the Goliath and the Drake? Am I remembering that right? Which the Goliath was the most surprising ship to me during King of the Sea on PC. See how many teams, the European teams, were using Goliath. Because the commentators, including like Flammy, were like, why are they bringing a Goliath into this match? It's so bizarre. And it's like the staying power of that ship and the WAP ability of the HE was crazy. And that it has the super heal. It's like Nelson firepower with mobility, more mobility, and a lot of staying power. Superman, you escaped from Tarkov. Did you escape from Tarkov? How's it going? Thanks for the host, friend. Super late night raid. Super late night for you, yeah? We're kicking a little while longer. I'm not going to stay up super late tonight. But you did have some good games tonight. Good. Dude, so when I was in your chat the other day on Carrier Day on Monday, the reason I thought it was so funny watching you play Tarkov Saturday night was just, again, watching Mr. Legend was hilarious because he's obviously newer at the game. I know you were getting targeted first and got killed first while I was watching, but dude, just watching his eyes get big every time one of you guys, a teammate, would come around the corner and him not knowing if he was a teammate of yours or not. That was the interesting thing. And you said by tracking the map, you know kind of who's who. But obviously, until you have that walk and chew gum at the same time, it's just like here, you don't know the mini-map as well when you're focused on just looking at the screen. Hey, Goat. How are you? Welcome. So, no, it was just hilarious watching you guys play Tarkov just for Mr. Legend. And then I was in his chat kind of just joking with him. It's like, you escape Tarkov and they just send you back. You have to just go right back. I'm good, Goat. How are you? Just trying to get some work done. We're now on Shakedown trials, so we're working on fire damage, top 4 in 15 battles, and some potential damage. I guess playing Cruiser, we're probably achieving some potential damage. Look at this Lennon. It was worth that money he spent, or those icebreaker coins he ground. What a game for the Weatherman. Let's give it up for the Weatherman. Thank you. We got 204 hits. How do we do on fire damage? Can we kind of gauge that? Got another top 4. Yeah, we're over 120, almost 120,000 in fire damage. And okay, is that 2 million? 119,000. So we're doing some decent potential damage in cruisers. So I think I'll be on for a little while longer tonight, just playing a few more cruisers, and then change it up tomorrow night and play some battleships once this fire goal is mostly achieved. You just got the Yu Yang in a crate, or got to the Yu Yang? That's a tech tree, right? Tech tree tier 10. Battleships. Yeah, but battleship and HE doesn't feel right, Dark. And fire starting. I mean, I guess unless you're in close enough to start fires with secondaries. And I don't have a Nelson. Like a Nelson rocks that category, obviously. Or a KGV. I'm at tier 3 in British battleships. I mean, I could, maybe tomorrow during the day I'll play a few games in the Iron Dookie or the Orion and try to get to Iron Duke. Okay, that's right. Yu Yang's pretty strong, I thought. Okay. So, actually, we could play something I haven't played for a while. We could take out Miyoko and Mogami for Faya. I don't even know if I have them on my carousel. I think I deactivated them off the carousel a while ago. Let's do Mogami. Boy, long time no play this ship. Woo! Yu Yang is OP. Yeah, I know it's pretty strong. Your Nelson just sits in Port Saatchi. I have it on 2 accounts on PC because it was the, I want to say it's a 500,000 free. No, it was like 375,000 free XP. So like half the cost of like the Alabama, or I mean, I have the Missouri on my first PC account. And Missouri was only 750,000 free XP. I mean, today she'd probably be 2 million on PC for sure. I got her for 750,000. She was my first PC free XP ship. And then Nelson came out after that, so I went up buying a Nelson. And I got Nelson on 2 of my accounts. My second account, I grabbed her just to get a tier 7 ship that could do decent XP and credit earning for missions. It was right on this map here on the inside part of C. I was on the inside part of C in Nelson, and a Fiji came right through that gap. It was a full health Fiji, and I was turned so I could get all 9 barrels to the left on the Fiji shooting the gap, and I nuked him, devastating struck him, like multiple Citadel, HE Citadels. That was one of the most lull things that I've ever had happen on this game in 4 years. That Fiji player just not knowing what hit him. 6-hour simmer on homemade pizza sauce. That sounds like the rate at which I'm cooking my shimakaze and Habaras. Like they're on the slow simmer. That sounds good. I didn't know you had to cook pizza sauce that long, but I guess it makes sense. Because some of the pasta sauces get cooked that long too. Neighbor behind me has an outdoor wood-burning pizza oven. I was jealous when they're making pizzas. If I had one of those things, I'd have even more of a dad bod than I do. I like pizza too much. Only 1 DD. Their DD is headed central. Remind myself of my detection. 10.2. Okay. Just gonna fall short. See if we can scare this DD. Get him to stop firing. I don't think I can hit him. I don't think the JB is going forward. Oop. This is one of my favorite kiting ships just because it's turny enough. What has she got? Like a... I know it's like at least a 25% HE fire chance.
Main turret critically damaged.
Should have slammed on the brakes a little sooner. See if we can sit here. Use island cover a little bit. The Jean Bart's gonna push the cap. Slow down, baby. Come on. Ugh, we're gonna get spotted. No! How's the Citadel on this ship? Is it exposed at all? Again, the 155mm rifle Mogami is so much more fun. Cleve was saying a while back that they talked about making that a campaign ship as a separate ship, completely different ship. I hope they do it someday. It is a blast. It's like the Japanese Cleveland. Dude, okay. Hopefully you're gonna live a little bit. Oh, good God. So we're here by ourselves. Awesome. Plane up and spot a little bit. Maybe figure out where we want to launch torps on this JB. We get headed around the corner now. We should be able to stay out of detection range. Mainly. We're going to risk a little bit of exposure just to get torps off, though. He's not going to be that dumb, is he? No. Yeah, pain. Pain is right. Not unexpected, unfortunately. Back to cover. Call for help, just awareness. I don't know if my team that's central knows this push is happening or not. Never hurts to assume that they're not paying attention. So I might kite these guys and just try to draw them out and keep them shooting and occupied with me. If I can hold them on this side for a little while, it would be good from a team perspective. Your daughter's birthday party is tomorrow. Decorate the cake, make pizza dough. I wanted sauce done early. Nice. Happy birthday to her. How old is she? I can't remember how old yours are. Yours are younger than mine. I know that. If I remember right. Mine are sassy teenagers. Hey, hi Octane, how are you? How's it going, buddy? 5 now? Oh, okay, that is a fun age. I mean, each age is fun and good in its own way. It's just different, right? Every age is a little different. Now they like know everything, and if you ever have a problem with too much self-esteem, then have a few teenage daughters that are just ripping you a new one all the time. Okay, I'm watching the Synops guns. I don't know how I got switched to armor piercing by accident. Synops guns are inboard towards the B cap. So I'm just gonna play the classic kite him on an angle game, draw his attention away from the middle. Get one more set of torps off. Try to distract him. Our team's doing well, actually. Get a couple fires. Try to hit a different section of the ship. How have you been, Octane? You doing anything fun with regard to any goals for this update? Your CV experience been good at all so far? I have finished Born to Swim, and I'm probably gonna settle for having done most of Born to Fly. I got a Hawkins unlocked, so I'm pretty happy with where things are at. Jean Bart, you sitting back there all this time is part of your team's problem. Plan kind of worked just to delay their push. And Obi, hello, I don't even have to look up. Call you Al, short for Al Shervick. How's it going, buddy? Okay, just okay. Oh, he's gonna chase us now. What are we up to? 6 fires. 82,000 damage, so we know we're accumulating some pretty decent fire damage. Out here, I just need to make sure I don't hit the island. There we go. I tell you, that was a good hit. You can just terrorize people in Mogami from this kind of distance. Especially now, if he's going to switch off me. No, he's back on. So now I'll just kite away and stop firing and try to break detection. If I don't die. Ugh. I think his turrets could turn that fast. Your gentle giant Superman. Hopefully finish him off with a good HE strike. Hey, got an arsonist. That's what we want to see. Why haven't I been playing this boat for a while? That had to be probably my better fire damage game. Hey, Super, I played 2 games in the Boise earlier. Pretty successful. Obi, are you ready for the Super Bowl? You're probably pretty nervous right now. Yeah, had some good games in Boise. Obviously the fire damage thing, right? But I forgot how good this ship is at setting fires. And getting pretty high finishes consistently. Oh, Helena too. Should play a Helena game. Well, we wound up holding that side, delaying that push, and then just running, kiting them, setting them on fire. Getting an arsonist, so we know we did good fire damage. Got our 4th out of 15. We got over 50,000 fire, I think, in that game. And potential damage is building up. Yeah, me too. I honestly, I'm not a gigantic Tom Brady fan. I acknowledge his ability and his success. I'm just not a huge fan of his. Oh, yeah, that's a great choice, Octane. I have not ground up the Russian line here. I've done it 2 going on 3 times on PC, so I kind of waited. I do have a buddy. When did I get a buddy? Was that maybe from the early release event? Probably got a buddy in a crate. So I just actually took an hour the other day just to respec some captains. Dark, if you're there, I did look. I'll show you something. I went back to your screenshot and I did your Roma commander build, so thank you for that. Countdown. What? You have to pick the tier I'm picking. I'm gonna do tier 6. Do tier 6. We're staying with fire. Theme is fire. Maybe we'll play a couple more games. We'll do sticking with the fire theme. We're gonna do Helena, and then we're gonna do actually New Orleans. I like New Orleans. Hold on. Okay, I'm grabbing the desk. How was your birthday? Did you have a good birthday? Did you get the Siegfried for your birthday? I heard you say you had Siegfried. I'm jealous. Okay. All right. You are ready? All right, Superman. Make sure you put the sauce in the fridge before you go to bed. Don't let all that work go to waste. 6 hours? That's what I get like almost every night. That's why I'm half dopey for the first like half hour. My brain has to wake up. Cool, man. Do not sell the Siegfried. Cool. Have a great time at the party tomorrow. You should live stream that. Just kidding. Do not live stream that. Live stream making pizza like you and Pokimane. Yeah, I should grind Chappie. Definitely should. Okay, all right. You ready for the countdown? Oh, I ain't. Oh, you ain't selling it. Okay. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, I'm very excited about Siegfried. Being a cruiser player, and then again, I think you can play the Siegfried a little bit standoff in the beginning of the match, and then when you want to get in at the end of the match and exploit those, you know, close range weapons. Actually, the biggest analogy I could probably make just from my experience is probably Hindenburg, because Hindi has good armor, good AP, good rate of fire, more guns, 9 guns, but late game you can get in with a Hindenburg and just punish battleships broadside with AP on the superstructure. You have boatload of torpedoes on both sides. So she's an awesome late game night fighter when you know when it's time to push in and exploit that gap. And I have to think that that's probably what the Siegfried experience is going to be like for me. Just playing her kind of like I play Hindenburg. So excited. But we'll be there in 5 weeks. Have to do the campaign experience, the $5 campaign experience. All right, we're high tierish. I don't really want to park off A. Let's go to the central area. I don't want to park off the far side of A. I want to be able to get to see if I need to help over there. And I can cover A from this middle spot too. Yeah, you should talk to Slotchy, Obi. He's got some builds. Slotchy, you probably have a Discord, right? Maybe next game, Obi. Pick his brain on some builds. Alright, let's take our very loud Stars and Stripes camo to this centralish position. Support this cruiser and DD. That buddy is living extremely dangerously. Oh, maybe not. He's got the backside of that island, but he's not a cat pushing ship. What is he doing? He's going the other side of that island. Okay. Buddy Oni will be probably one of our first ships to die. But we'll see. So now it's remembering that even though the ship looks like the Boise, we have to lead our shots twice as much. Ooh, Surrey just got whapped. Hey, first salvo hits. I like it. Byron's moving away and focused on his side. Moving and help support on the Surrey. That's why you bug folks like Kenny with fire since she's 21k range. Yeah, 1 salvo, 2 fires. That's Chappie. Is that Chappie? Do you have that kind of range? Or are you talking Siegfried? I mean, I know it's just a ship that will drive you nuts with regard to setting you on fire. The Chappie, serial fire setter. I remember back on PC when she was one of the main HE spamming ships. You just had to totally respect where the Chappie was in any match, not just for the HE capability, but also for the radar. Alright, we'll take that one. I think these British cruiser players are going to have to figure out that that's not an early game pushing ship either. Okay, well, yeah, I could take out Cleveland or something like that next game. You make me stare at your Siegfried? You're really, really mean. But I'll do it for you. Because I care. Can we get fire on the Akatsuki? Gotta select the right ship. I did not have the ship selected properly there. So I hit the island. Damn. No one has radar. Radar that Akat. Okay, we're gonna kite off the corner here. That's cool, Dark. That's what I was doing yesterday with commanders, like you said. Get him to 11.1, right? Get him to 11 plus 1 legendary. I guess that's what you were meaning, right? In 11.1. So I upgraded a bunch of folks because I had a ton of the lower captain items to get everyone like 11. And most commanders I have dupes, so I can do legendary 1 at least. What is that? Synop's going backwards, right? Yeah, his smoke's backwards. Oh my god, I've got the Dallas selected. Total noob. Getting tired, obviously, doing dumb stuff. It's not a Boise, so we need to adjust our aim. So we need to get turned back to middle here. There we go, finally. I don't want to get too far on the edge. It's a great learning example of shooting at one ship and having the other ship selected when they're one behind the other. And why doesn't it hit the ship you want to hit, right? Took me a long time playing PC to figure out about having the right ship selected. Why my shots would hit the island when there was a ship behind it that I had locked, but I'd lose the lock and then start hitting the island. Ugh, that's a good shot by the Synop. Why do my Synop shots not land like that? We push both those guys back. Surrey. Let's get this guy out. He's low health. It's going to be a little difficult firing solution in Helena. Holy moly, 4 ships targeting. I got to turn. Any turn. And stop firing. We want to go dark. We want to break detection. And just immediately throw a hairpin turn in to throw off the aim of any battleship which has our broadside like that. Pretty good turning radius on Boise and Helena, but just really slow to accelerate and decelerate, even using the propulsion mod too. Alright, let's throw our fighter up. I hate the nerfed flight duration on the cruiser catapult fighters. It's a bummer. Makes me sad. That Synop's getting close. Are you gonna help me out, battleship? Yeah, I see that Dallas. I can't quite get over the island. Nah, Synop, not again. Not this time. Yeah, that Synop has the edge. I can't hold the edge. He's pushing these guys back big time. Know what they're expecting me to hold it on my own. I don't really want to go straight across that area. Just have to kite the Bayern. Is the Dallas dead? Fires are good. Oh crap, there's the Synop. Now we gotta kite the Synop. I know the Synop already has the hots for us. Oh, we have a AFK Atlanta too. Shoot the AFK ship, dude. That's a bummer. Maybe I can... Oh crap! I'm not gonna hit the Atlanta. Oh my god. Okay. I'm pushing him out of the way though. Look at that. I'm saving his life. Dude, wake up. Was that all from collision? Oh my god, that's hilarious. Okay, shoot at the Atlanta, like the other guy who just wants an easy kill. Push the Bayern back, keep him honest. Oh, that choice. Do I shoot the AFK ship because I don't know if he's going to log back in, or do I shoot the live player who can actually do something? They're going for the easy kill. All right, Dark. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by, as usual. Very much appreciated. Maybe catch you tomorrow. Yeah, I have to actually... I think I've played one game in the Roma, so... I know it can be a pretty good ship, so I need to get that ship out of port now that I have a build. So thank you for that. I appreciate you posting that. Sharing your trade secrets.
Problem solved, sir.
Okay. Do we have anyone to distract for us? I'm gonna lead these guys out into the wilderness. Again, I'm gonna stop firing now. Both of them are aiming at me. Now they're gonna lose detection. Now they're gonna have to get their slow turning turrets, especially the Synop, onto someone else. So let's pause. Just enough time for them to start picking up another target. And then as soon as I can see their turrets have turned, I'll open fire again, start harassing. Okay. Now that he's off the other side, we'll have to watch the Bayern. This is the classic get on the opposite side of the teammates and harass, and then go dark, and then harass. Make him keep turning his turrets. All the time he's turning his turrets, he's not getting fire on anyone. I do this in Mogami a lot too. It'd be nice if we can set that Synop back on fire one more time. So I'm going to take a few chances here. Ah, come on. Just missed. He's shot ahead of me. Come on. He's almost dead. There he is. Nice teammate. Tag team by the Miyoko and the Helena. Nine fires. Probably some pretty good potential damage. Actually didn't see the Bayern die. So there's some beauty to that when there's two centrally grouped battleships and then there's cruisers on either side. Again, it's so frustrating as the battleship player to have to turn your hull and your turrets to switch back and forth between the two of us. So you can really exploit that situation pretty well. Miyoko died, but he obviously did some good work before he did. Now I've got to push in and support the DD on the cruiser that's left. Oh, it's that Belfast we saw really early. This destroyer has no reason to get spotted. It's a Fubuki. So he has half the base detection of the Belfast. So all he needs to do is keep C contested. And actually we're under a minute, so we are good to go. Dude, I'll do a tier 7. That's going to be my last game. Oh. Sitting on my hands. Belfast. Can we hit him from Timbuktu? I'm almost done. Not quite. I'm only firing because even if he were to kill me, I can't lose it for the team based on the way the points are. A little extra damage. Rate of fire and number of guns is the thing with Helena versus Boise having a little longer range. Shells are pretty similar, but fire chance I think is the same. I think Boise gets a little higher alpha damage. Helena has a little lower but has the rate of fire advantage. Just makes her a lot more comfortable against destroyers because you get more rounds out quicker. It's kind of like an Atlanta hybrid. We just missed top 4, unfortunately. But we got focused down pretty good there for a bit. All right, Obi, let me tee up a ship here. Let's do Cleveland, which I have not played a whole lot. Cleveland or Baltimore? Cleveland or Baltimore? Let's go for Cleveland. Ooh, I have an unlock. I think I'm gonna have to take main battery range. It's a question though. The hull has value. I think I'm gonna go with range. Okay, we're gonna keep a booster on XP because we're trying to grind up those modules. Don't need that on. All right, Obi, are you ready? And 3, 2, 1, and go. The coffee's done. I'm almost to stick a fork in me. I will be done. Okay. Loading in. Not in the same game again? You loaded in already? Or you're still waiting? We had 2 in a row on Wednesday. So pretty good progress tonight. Win rate has been favorable again. Made progress on both fires and on potential damage. So I think we're going to have to run some cruisers again tomorrow night until we get that fire damage whittled down to the last bit. All right, Obi. Hey, have a good night, man. Good talking to you. Good luck on Sunday if I don't talk to you before then.
Action stations.
Go beat Brady. It's going to end on the map in the exact same spawn location where we started the night.
Teammate, I need your support.
I'll support you. Okay, so just a reminder. Again, I haven't played this ship all that much. I guess I could have stayed back here. So let's maybe do that. I can cover the firing range of the entire cap. Dude, I'm not going into the cap, don't worry. But there's no destroyers in this game, so someone's gonna have to do some kind of spotting, right? Dude, you don't have to tell every cruiser to get back. So 19.9 main battery range and 10.9 detectability. Okay. Well, one of you battleships is going to have to do a little bit of a push just to get us some spotting. Well, this is going to be a very dull game sitting behind this rock. So they're taking B, so we need to push on a cap somewhere, guys. You guys just all gonna sit there. Well, you just push together.
I need intelligence data.
No, you need to get out from behind the rock, dude.
I need intelligence data.
Okay, so it's kind of an oxymoron. You want all the cruisers to get back, but at the same time you want intelligence data. Doesn't so much work that way.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
All right, we're gonna kite this. Getting to potentially see if we get spotted. Not immediately spotted. Definitely have the gun arcs to hit the Vanguard over the island.
In fair seas.
But the hang time of the shells is long. Oop, there's two there now. To really lead properly. Oh, good grief. Yeah, it's a different experience, isn't it, Octane? Because you're generally expecting your destroyers to give you some vision, and then it puts the cruisers in an odd spot. Because technically going to be pushing out into a situation that you wouldn't normally find yourself in, getting this far out in a Cleveland at the start of a match. Awesome. Okay, we got our second fire, so we're going to run full fire damage for that duration. Sweet. That's a Mogami back there.
Reporting the target position.
That Vanguard. Dude, what is up?
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I feel like I'm getting herded. Get some fire on the Mogami. We gotta worry about the battleship behind that rock. These two are almost dead. Oh! Who was that? Got the Vanguard?
Yes. All stations, defend that area.
Oh, sorry, it was a Leon back there.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Okay, so we pull a two-ship advantage on this flank. We should be able to push now, guys. Where's the push button? Hey, everyone push. So the two dead ships are the Mogami and the Vanguard. That far west flank is done. Get shots on the center cap, yes. Hopefully people hold the Leon back. Otherwise I'm going to be regretting stopping right here. No DDs. At least you don't have to worry about a DD appearing out of nowhere and spotting you up, though. I mean, that's nice. Okay, Leon doesn't want to move. He's paralyzed. This is an odd battle. Okay, is the Eisenhower dead? No. There's a different dead ship in the center. Oh, hello. Hello, Mass. It's coming around the back, guys. Mass has pretty thin superstructure, so we can get some good HE damage and or fire. There's one. There's two.
Sweet.
He DCP'd. We need another fire. Uh-oh, Leon's coming out based on the minimap information we have. Just need to do a tight turn. Don't want to show broadside to the Leon. Yeah, hello, Leon. See you. I'm gonna push the Mass. Kite the Leon. Nice. Okay, now we'll go over our shoulder, kiting on the Leon. He's not even aiming at us yet. Oh, he's moving away. Okay. I thought he was gonna push us, but we have friends. So let's just get back into the pack. As soon as we're in the pack, we can loop back. That Nyes now must be peeking. Where is he? Yep. I wonder where he went. Not used to having a heal on the Cleveland, so let's run the heal. Nyes now gonna hit the rocks.
Main turret critically damaged.
Who is that? Stupid Baltimore. The Baltimore is firing HE. I'd be more worried if he were shooting armor piercing at us. Ugh, that was bad. I don't know who hit us. Need to stop firing. Okay. Got an extra fire. Need to break detection badly. Okay. Did that. I think it was that battleship behind us that tagged us. Iowa. That makes sense, right? Cleveland hull, Iowa shells. Oh, Wagon is spotting us. Damn. Damn it, Gina. No. Probably gonna hit the damn island. Live till I can get my heal on. Okay, now we can stop and park here. Fire over the island. Okay, heals up. Not going to help us a ton, but it's enough to have a little bit of breathing room. Team's doing great. Team is doing awesome. Pretty good night for teams. Last night I was 6-0 in standard. Makes up for the nights that you are struggling every battle. This lead is going to be kind of insane.
Reporting the target position.
We'll just stay here or start backing up now. I have the distance just too far. There we go. Slowing down.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Come on. Get him, get him, get him. Ah. Uh-oh, gonna get spotted. Where's that Iowa? Come on, rate of fire. Oh, no. Bow in. Okay, he's dead. Okay, the Iowa moved away. Thank God. Unless that's a different Iowa. Let's see if we can get some late game damage boost. That was a little sketch. I like how this is setting up. He's got the Vlad. He's got to pay attention to the Vlad. We're going to get free shots. Vlad's just going to take him out quick, though. So much broadside. Alright, well, not a huge damage game. Not likely to be a top 4. We'll have all night tomorrow night to work on the rest of Shakedown. Mop up anything that's left on Sunday. So remember, for this campaign, guys, we're back to the 5-week normal structure. So you have to finish all your goals by the end of Sunday, because everything's going to reset. So get all your renown before Sunday night. And the reset of the week's weekly Havoc. It's not the 2-week cycle this time. But we got 7 fires, and I know we got a full fire cycle right off the top on the Monarch. Or Vanguard, sorry. So we got some decent fire damage in right at the beginning. I thought that Baltimore's left. Okay, he'll probably kill me, but it's worth a try. Could let the Iowa go out in front of me, but who knows? He may not have his guns turned to the right side. I can also use my radar. It might be worth radaring to see if he's behind this rock right in front of us. Okay. That'd be a negative. He chose to run. Hey, boss. How are you? Good morning. Good morning from Idaho. I'm almost like cooked morning time. Early morning here for me. This is actually going to be my last game. Sorry if you just checked in. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Your Friday night is done and in the books, right? Saturday morning. Hope you're having a good first week of this campaign. So far, it's been pretty fun. I've enjoyed the carriers so far. I think it's going to get really interesting when we get tier 5s. Just how more AA in play, more powerful planes, faster planes. Should be very interesting. Ah, just hit the island. So yeah, we've been playing mostly cruisers tonight. I finished up 2 quick missions in the Born to Swim mode. Got that knocked out. Got all my crates on that. Probably not going to do all the Born to Fly, because I already unlocked a Hawkins. So, kind of happy with that. He's angling just away. These are the tough shots. The angling away cruiser. This guy basically just ran when he could have at least gotten some damage in. Those are tough shots in such a high arcing turret. So yeah, so we got Born to Swim knocked out, and we've been working on the last step of endurance. We got that taken out. The 10,000 Commander XP. And just going to check in and see where we're finishing up. Middle of the pack. We took a wallop from that Iowa, so we had to back off and dial it down a little bit. There's our Vlad that ultimately took out that Iowa. Good game by him. Good teams tonight. What I have rung up is more potential damage in cruisers than I would have expected. I usually like to play more battleships to get that knocked out, but got some good progress there. Hey, Samuel. Yeah, so I mean, I think I saw you on the chat for the stream earlier today with the World of Warships Legends folks, Samuel. And I think it's smart the way they've done it. Just keep it at tier 3, keep it in its own box. Don't go too crazy with disturbing the main game, and then build it up. So we'll get the tier 5s. I'll get 2 rounds of data, tier 3 and tier 5. Then I imagine what they will probably do is when this goes full release in a couple patches, when they say they're going to do that, it'll probably be just, I imagine, tier 3 and tier 5. And they'll probably be like this, where the tier 7 is coming later for the Royal Navy cruisers. We won't get Admiral until, next patch. So they'll probably withhold the tier 7s in standard until the next patch at least. And I just, again, someone's complaining on the thing earlier today, like, oh, it's only tier 3s, it's boring. Why didn't they just put it into standard battles? And it's like, if you haven't lived through the debacle that the PC has gone through with regard to changing from the top-down RTS mode to this kind of fly it mode, it was tough. And it went through 3 rounds of very painful rebalancing, and the pendulum kept swinging. Like, CVs came out and they were way too powerful, then they were way too weak, and then they were too powerful again. And finally it's in a pretty good place on PC, but it took months and a lot of pissed off people for it to get decent. And T-Con was kind of sitting back in his chair going, we know that a lot of people would be really upset if we mess this up. So I'm super happy with how they've done it, just using data, being smart. Boss said, happy to see that people are having fun, the sun is shining, and only 9 below outside for you. So it's a good day to be inside. Like, you have saunas and stuff, right? You're big on staying in the sauna. Yeah, I think I did see you there, Sam. Yeah, you kept asking about the carousel, right? Is that what you meant? The ship selection wheel? I hate the carousel. I think there's got to be a better solution for the carousel. Like, I think it'd be neat if we don't get multiple lines to the carousel like we do have on PC, because you can stack 4 on top of one another. It'd be cool if you could just arrow up to change your nation and then go across to change your tier. Something like that would be really, really cool. I play quite a bit of FIFA on console, and they just changed that this year, where you had to go through a bunch of menus and stuff and do all this side scrolling. And they just fixed it this year, where basically the side scroll turned into 3 levels. So you have your base level they've always had, and now you scroll up, push up on the right stick 1 level, and that takes you to a whole nother set of stuff. And then you go down stick 1, that takes you to another level of stuff. So to me, they could do a multi-tiered carousel, but you would just basically scroll through it vertically, and then you'd scroll across to get your tiers and your types of ships, something like that. Because I understand there may be limitations on our screen resolution and stuff on a TV that you can't stack a bunch of tiny icons, but maybe they could do that, where basically go up or down to different rows, so you don't have to see it all in one huge mess. I mean, I feel bad streaming, watching you guys trying to see me having you guys watch me trying to find ships some nights, especially when I'm tired. It's like, it's a pain in the ass. Samuel Kennedy says, agreed, or people asking questions that are answered in the patch notes. Yeah, a lot of people doing that too. They don't want to do the research, right? And then I think I was on Froggy's stream the other day saying how, like, I was on scrolling Reddit a little bit, And like people had played 1 or 2 battles in Siegfried and were totally complaining about how terrible Siegfried was after playing 2 battles in it. Like, dude, you have no clue until you've played at least 10 battles. So I can't remember, Octane, what the conversion is on the icebreaker coins. I could try to pull up patch notes real quick. Actually, I'm not sure if it said it in that or if it said it in the dev blog. 1,500, is that per coin? Oh. Oh, okay, I get it. Sarcasm font. Comic Sans font. That's funny. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I like the team. I mean, I think I did a good job, you know, answering what they could. But just for next time, Samuel, so what I did was I went to the World of Warships Discord, World of Warships Legends Discord, and then they have the Ask Us. I'll go over there. Let me see if I can get that on my monitor too. So this is the Van Kraken Discord. You guys are all free to join there. There's links in my descriptions, my panels below. We're having good conversations. The humans barely outnumber the bots. We're ahead 7-6. But we have small community here, and I port over all the news and stuff, and lots of fun categories. So I know it's just one more Discord, but at some point be fun to see more of you guys in here at some level of discussion. Let's see. So World of Warships Legends Discord. It was is it Ask the Team? Yeah, Ask the Team right here. So you could probably scroll through this and see a lot of the questions that weren't making it on being answered on the stream being answered in here. And I don't know where my question is. It's probably way back up. But I asked about the crossplay divisions, and it got answered immediately by... which one? I think it was this ISAF Mobius 18. Like, answered me literally like 30 seconds after I asked it. There was 2 guys at least in there answering questions. So it was basically real time. So I think I'm going to scroll back through this section in the time frame of when the stream was going on, and there's probably a lot of information you can find in here. So yeah, my bummer catch up with some of you guys who just popped in was that they said the crossplay divisions are going to take a while. That's the question that I asked. So they are working on it, but it's going to take a while. So, and Samuel, if you're just on a normal day, you can go in here and ask that question. Put it in here, or there's another section that's called feedback, I think. That's Ask the Team. Feedback right here. In this stream, it's not a discussion. You're not really supposed to comment on other people's topics in here. You're just supposed to leave your own standalone feedback topic. So you could put in here, you know, all your thoughts about the carousel. This is where I used to complain during alpha. Not complain, but suggest about the spawns being too close together and zooming out when you do gunlock mode. This guy is always commenting in here, I remember. So I don't over comment because it's nice to have them listen to you, not be someone who's constantly complaining about everything. But this is another good section. So I'm going to try to remember to start posting over in here more now, because I think it's our way to give direct feedback to the devs, because I know Phil Feligula, I mean, he's the director of the whole shebang. And then you've got your community contributors. You've got devs that are in here. I think these guys are, well, some of them are mods, but some of them are also Wargaming, World of Warships Legends staff that are in here as well. So, anywho, that's not a bad place to hang either. So, hey, if we're still around, anyone wants to go on a raid, I think I will throw things over on a raid real quick. I don't know how many of us are still here. Is there anybody here? Yeah, no problem. Check that out. For sure. The Discord is the place to go. And I think it's the place that gets your feedback most directly to the people that need it. So, for certain. Let's see if there's anyone. For some of you guys just got up and it's morning. I'm, again, way past my bedtime probably. It is Friday night though. Let's see. Who is around? There's some people I don't recognize with some higher numbers. How about Treadhead? I have not rated Treadhead before. I have to give you the disclaimer at this time of night. I never know if someone speaks English or not. If you're an English speaker, if it's a Norwegian player, that would be excellent. We'll throw you over to a Norwegian player, boss. But hey, I want to thank everyone for who made it in early or late tonight. It's been, again, a fun week in Legends. Really appreciate getting to play the CVs for the first time ever for me. I've got a couple videos out on it on YouTube and going to produce another one over the next couple days. So anyway, really appreciate everyone hanging tonight. Hope you have an awesome night and remaining weekend. I will be back on tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Mountain Time. And yeah, raid coming soon. Unfortunately, well, in a little bit, let me answer a question. Do they give specs on the Sims? They did. They did. If you can go look at the VOD it was on YouTube. You can probably look at the replay on YouTube. Octane, they did show the specs and stats on the Sims. And Samuel said they played in it. I thought they showed the stats because I thought someone saying thank you for showing the stats on the Sims. The other thing they played in that game with the Sims was the München, and the München looks like it rocks. If you like cruisers, high rate of fire cruisers like I do, it's like the German Helena, essentially. Looks very fun. So those are two of the new ships that will generate some interest. Sims has been pros and cons, not the most popular, but always around on PC. And then München is a newer ship on the block, but super popular. So, hey, thank you everyone who joined. Again, see you tomorrow night if you're around 10 o'clock Mountain Time. Appreciate it. I'm Van Kraken. I am out.